Yo, can y'all see me? Am I live? Is BRP live? It's 8:30 on a Thursday evening. I imagine people are watching the Triple H situation, whatever's going on over there. Oh, shouts out to people that can see me. It's all love. Has Triple H made an announcement yet? I was watching, but my internet is internet, and I don't want to mess up the live with anything. Hold up, because there go the man of the hour. So there's still, shouts out to everybody for tuning in to the Black Rasslin Podcast every Thursday night, 8:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, youtube.com/Black Rasslin. We got a special guest tonight, but we're going to, I want to make sure that the community is entering the chat first. Again, I'm going to assume that people are trying to figure out whatever. I figured that Triple H was going to be giving his announcement at the top of the show, but then there was a whole CM Punk talk for like 10 minutes. Apparently, I saw Trick Mellow Gang was on there. I don't know what's going on, but my brother's here. My brother Fam. How you doing, my brother?
I didn't know we was gonna be early today. My bad. My fault.
It's all good. We got special guests today, but I'm assuming everybody is still trying to figure out what Triple H is gonna be talking about.
Oh yeah, he popped on. Yeah, what is he doing? What is this announcement on?
Peacock. You go to Peacock. It's right there. WWE 2024 preview special, but it looked like an episode of The Bump. You feel what I'm saying? It's kind of I don't know. That's all I'm gonna say about that. How you doing? You doing all right, my brother?
Things are well, man. I'm doing good enough.
I hear that. Happy New Year. Merry New Year. Official Merry New Year.
Merry New Year, brother.
Official Merry New Year. All right. Oh man, I didn't touch that button right. All right. So I think what we're gonna do, we got some people in here now.
Touch a button right here. Oh, I'm sorry.
I think what we're gonna do right now, we need to bring in our special guest. You got to start the year off right, and I think
I'm already confused. I am already confused by this guest. I'm already confused.
It's fine. No, we'll get there. I think I understand why you're saying that. I'm just looking at what they rocket. It's not often that you get to talk to 20 plus year veterans in anything, but particularly this thing that we hop on here and talk about every week on Thursdays, youtube.com/Black Rasslin. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. But this is a special one. This is someone that you've seen on this channel before, but they was talking about something else.
They definitely
shout out, lovely. Big facts. Peace of lovely. Over the last 22 years, I believe is their current standing as a pro wrestling figure. You've seen them all over Ring of Honor. You were seeing them all over Impact Wrestling. I'm amazed. It was around this time last year that they had a pit fight with Speedball Mike Bailey. And I was shouts out to whoever uploaded that whole match to the YouTube that day that all that violence popped on my timeline. I almost didn't get no work done. I had to keep running that one back. This brother right here is not just a black wrestler extraordinaire. He's got a history. If you check out his IMDb page, you got to look for his real name. But if you check out his IMDb page, he's been doing this for a minute, and I there's a couple of things on that IMDb page that I do want to get into, but I want to bring him on before we get too far into the night. So, brother Fam, Black Rasslin Chat, I want to introduce and welcome to the podcast the one and only Kenny King. Kenny King.
Yeah. What's up, my naysayers? What's going on?
Yo, that naysayer stuff is amazing to me. That naysayer stuff is hilarious.
Hey, listen, I be telling, you got to take it easy though, because someone that ain't supposed to be naysaying going naysay one day, and then
exactly.
That's how it always goes. Whoever ain't supposed to be there is gonna hear it. Like, oh, I like that, and then they're gonna say, "What's up, my naysayers?" Sit around naysayers, and they're gonna say nay. You know what I'm saying?
Like, mess around, y'all try to catch it like the wrong bland interception. Pow, got you.
Facts.
Facts.
Don't get caught out there. Nah, Kenny, how you doing, man? Happy New Year. How things? How was your holidays and how you doing right now?
Man, holidays are good, man. As a matter of fact, I got my pops in town from Tennessee as we speak right now. We're going to go out to dinner. I had a good little happy New Year. I went out to the Aguas Calientes Casino in Palm Springs, California, and did a little red carpet walking. So shout out to the Aguas Calientes Casino and Resort and Hotel. It's the first couple of years, last bit of the year, first couple of years, it's been good, man. It's been good.
What's I don't want to. What's your situation right now? I kind of, in looking at your career, I think over the last couple.
Are you asking him what are we?
Well, yeah. I mean, I saw a report not too long ago that said, Kenny King. It said you were a free agent, and it said that you were granted your release from Impact Wrestling, which again, for people that have been following you, you spent the last couple of years, doing your thing on television over there. In addition to the years you put in work over there, what's your situation right now? Or can you talk about wanting to get away from Impact Wrestling, or where you headed with your career right now?
I mean, I had a really good period of time with Impact Wrestling. I felt like there was we had some really good moments, and I mean, you were talking about the pit fight. That was one of my favorite moments of all of last year, and being able to work with Sheldon Jean or Sheldon John. It's Jean. My bad, Sheldon. My bad, Sheldon. It's Sheldon Jean. But sometimes it's just time. I definitely shout out and much respect to Scott and Gail and D'Lo and Tommy and everybody in the office and all of that, and much luck to Hard to Kill is going to be here. I don't know if I'm going to be here next week to see Hard to Kill, but shout out to TNA as they start their new endeavors. But sometimes it's just time. It's just time, and that's just that's kind of that's really the long and short of it. Right now. So now I'm at a crux, right? I'm in a period of my career where it's like, okay, well, we could go this way, we could go that way. And I'm having some really positive conversations about going one way or the other. I think for right now, you'll see me just continuing to build the brand. I'll be, doing. I got some indie dates coming up, and I'll continue to build the brand until one of these conversations come to fruition, or I got some other outside of wrestling things happening right now. So, Kenny King always gonna keep it moving. So,
Cal, you want to? Because he just said he's got some opportunities outside of wrestling.
I heard that.
We can go directly outside. I have a burning question.
Go in.
Where is Goo?
Goo?
Where is Goo?
All right. So let me start with. So I spoke to Alfie about a month ago, right?
You're still in contact with them like that?
Alfie's those are my guys, yo.
I love this.
I spoke to Alfie about a month ago because I don't know if you guys saw, there was a short film reimagining of my brother.
Yeah.
I got sent, and I was like, yo, this is crazy.
That's how the first press got started.
So I spoke to Alfie. He ended up going to that. I couldn't get away to go to that. There was the screening in LA. Mm-hmm. I just I let them know, like, hey man, like I'm interested in working toward whatever that goes to.
Right.
So I haven't seen or talked to Jimmy Goo in about it's been I would say 5 years, but that's me not really realizing that's 25 years ago is
Yeah, gosh.
2019. So maybe 2017 was the last time I talked to Jimmy.
Wow.
And he was doing okay. I think he was moving he was in Georgia and was moving to Texas.
Okay.
Was the last time I spoke to Jimmy. So that's really the only one who I've been able to stay in touch with.
Gotcha.
So I ran into Didi years ago, but
Was he telling? Did he tell?
Was
He
he?
told on somebody, didn't he? I know it.
he was a cop and was crazy. We bumped into. I was at like it was a gas station. It was a Walmart or something like that, and we just looked at each other, and it was just on some crazy. It was like, wow. And we rapped for a little bit, and that was more than a couple years ago too. And Amanda Seals is mad at me, but she mad at everybody. So I ain't spoken to her more than a few years also. So
did she see you as a white woman?
Don't
even worry about. Don't answer that, Chet. Don't answer that.
Gee, I gotta ask because you when I was looking again trying to find information on you and seeing you've talked about because you're not only again I mentioned your IMDb but like you were a Nickelodeon kid. You said this in the past. You were doing a lot of work back in the day as a kid. Because how old were you here?
I was 12 there.
Big 12. He I was squaring them shoulders. That nigga was destined to be
That's why I had when I look back, I'm like, oh, that's him right there, and I'm like, that's a big looking nigga right there. But all right, so
did you go to Oak Tree to get that, or did they deliver that right from?
Nah, man, I was a football playing kid. This was actually even before I started working out, but I was playing football. Like that was what I wanted to do more than even act around this time was play football.
That makes sense. I asked because I remember as a kid, I was a Nickelodeon kid and I was watching everything. And I remember when My Brother and Me came out, I'm like, nah, like, I need this. I need this as a 12-year-old kid getting that opportunity. Did you square that in your brain? Like, oh, Nickelodeon's doing a show with a bunch of black people. Did that talk about that?
So it didn't square like that, right? So when you do the reading. So the episode that I was on was actually the pilot of My Brother and Me, the haircut. So the haircut is what got My Brother and Me actually greenlit.
Yeah.
So it was the pilot of the show, and then they shot it at the end of the first season because I was supposed to come back on the second season as a recurring character.
Oh.
She always. So that's Eva. Hello, everybody.
That's Eva.
So it was just because at that point I'd been on Welcome Freshman. I was an extra on Clarissa Explains It All. I'd done a couple of different. So I was a Nickelodeon kid. So at that point, the one thing that I can remember being like, yo, is because your parents come and then you have these meetings where you have to do table reads and you have to do these things. And at that point, everybody's parents come in. But at that point, you start looking around like, oh, everybody's black. Right. So I knew like Amanda. I grew up with Amanda Seals. Like I've known Amanda Seals since we were kids. Right. Went to probably middle school and high school together. Me and Amanda did. And so she was the one that I knew, but everybody else is the only one that was white was Ralph. I can't remember what his character name was, but his real name was Ralph, the white kid with the bowl cut and the glasses.
He always had the glass and the hat.
Harry. His name was Harry in the show. So he's the only white one. So at that point, that's kind of what's resonating. You look around like, damn, it's just us in here. Right. And then you look at you start reading the script and you start seeing like, oh, okay, this is what this is. So it doesn't. What's crazy how it's like black kid 90s black kid folklore, and it only ran one season. Like everybody thinks My Brother and Me ran like for 2 or 3 seasons, but because that was the only thing we had for black kids. That was the only Nickelodeon show that we really could be like, oh, this is the one. This is the one.
Damn. It's this right here. This what was the I mean, I guess A, was this the first time you ever got anything cut in your head? And B, what was that because I mean that's a lot of sculpting going on.
Was it you or Charles Oakley in the chair first?
All right, so I'll tell you two stories about that. So one, yes, that was the first time that I ever had anything like that, because I got old Guyanese parents, and if I wanted a dollar sign in my you want what? You want a dollar sign in your what? So if I was parting the joint, I was thugging it a little too much. You know what I mean? So that's my old Caribbean parents. But so the character's name originally was Ray, and I can remember I was actually telling this story last night. I was over at my uncle's house, and so me and my dad, I go to the studio barber. It's a Saturday morning. We're gonna start shooting on Monday. Go to the studio barber, and I'm sitting down, and then one of the executive producers comes in, and we're talking, and I just say to him, I was like, "Hey man, this is great, and I'm happy about doing this, but my boys are gonna clown me if I come back to school or if they see me with Ray in the back of my head. Like, is there any way that we could change my name to the character?" And he looks at me for a little bit like, this kid is crazy. But then I don't know, man, maybe he had some homeboys back in the day that was vicious or cruel or whatever, and he thought about it and looked at me, made a phone call, came back, told the barber, cut Kenny in his head. They changed the script, they changed the character's name, everything went from Ray to Kenny.
That's why you need certain people in the room to understand those conversations. That right there, chat, is what we're talking about all the time when it comes to representation. Because there's some people that would have heard that, been like, "What the hell is he talking about? Don't just keep his name Ray."
Your friends? What? Your friends? Yeah. Nah, damn. that is the power of representation in the room.
I feel like that's our purpose for the year, is to get the correct people in the correct rooms.
Representation I'm sorry, Kenny, I'm stealing that. So I'm in looking at your career, and I mean, and it's not like you were in The Bachelorette like 6-7 years ago at this point. Someone in chat mentioned that you were wrestling on Raw back in 2002. Were you for me, were you always a fan of pro wrestling? Was there an opportunity that had maybe jump to the squared circle? Like, talk about that transition from being a kid acting and a football playing youth to I'm about to take this 22 plus year journey.
I mean, I was a wrestling fan as a kid. I can remember the very first wrestling match that I saw was, and I'm old, so it might be WrestleMania 3 or 4. Okay. Demolition vs. Strike Force was the very first wrestling match that I ever saw. Right, you know what I'm talking about. And Strike Force, the way that Tito and Rick Martel would wrestle, and then Demolition with face paint and masks and everything, like, I was hooked. So I was a wrestling kid forever. Like, at that point, I was living in New York. My dad would take me to Madison Square Garden to watch wrestling. So that was just a part of who I was, like playing football. I can remember getting into it with my pops, because Monday nights, this is when I'm looking at and trying to get football scholarships in high school. But Monday nights, I'm flipping between Raw and Nitro. He's in the other room watching Monday Night Football. He comes in, "Why are you watching this? You should be studying coverages." I'm like, "I'm watching The Rock, bro. What you mean?" Without having any intention of doing it. That was just where I wanted to be. I wanted to be in between TNT and USA, flipping, trying not to miss anything. Right, get to the cruiserweights first, and then what? Is The Rock talking? No, okay, go back. And then that was my Monday nights. So it wasn't until my freshman year in college, I was at University of South Florida, and I remember that was the first Tough Enough come out. And I'm watching first Tough Enough, and me and my boys in the room, and I'm watching these dudes can't jump rope, can't jump bags, can't do this. And I'm like, oh my God, I can do that. These guys are nothing. Even the ones that got, picked to do it. I was like, look how clumsy he looks, man. I could do that way better. And then wasn't until the next year I transferred to play football at UNLV, and there was a transcript situation, and they ended up actually holding my transcripts, and I had to forfeit a year of eligibility, so I'm kicking it. And I remember I'm walking on UNLV campus. I open up a newspaper, and there's a big full-page ad that says, "Are you tough enough?" So at that point, God's just talking to me, you know what I mean? And so that was even up until the point where I filmed my little video. It was terrible promo, and sent it in. I was still like, whatever, man. This is not something I'm going to do. And then 22 years later, here we go.
Damn.
What was the tough enough experience like? Like, what was your favorite thing there? What was your least favorite thing there?
I mean, Tough Enough was brutal, man. Tough Enough was no joke. Like there's been plenty of days that I can remember my alarm going up, and at this point I was doing 2-a-days with football and full on, like, and I was in my football routine, and I'd say a couple of days, like, why in the hell did I send that tape in? It was, you're up, you are in LA traffic for an hour to get the tracks. To get beat from the minute that you get in the tracks until you get done. And then leaving there, we had to do something called Optimum Fitness, which was like military style training on the beach. So if you can imagine being thrown down on your back all day and then still having to run around in sand and carry jugs and climb A-frames and all of that, like, it was, I mean, it was probably, I was in some fantastic shape, but that's some of the most physically challenging days that I think that I've ever encountered. But to counter that with just the experience of being able to, because again, I'm a wrestling fan, right? So now I'm getting to learn how this works. And at first I just wanted to be on MTV because it would have just been cool. But now I'm starting to learn how this works, and I start to realize that, wait a minute, I can do this. And physically, this is coming easy to me. And I can just see that this is a thing that not only do I love to watch on TV, I'm starting to love to do. And it's just a crazy transition how that happens. Like, I have students now, and I tell them exactly what Al Snow told me, which is, like, you'll never be able to explain to your wife, your girlfriend, your mom, your dad, your brother, your employer, anybody, why you do this. You just will feel that this is something that you have to do. And I've never not understood that to the core. Once I was in, I was in.
So now it seems like I don't want to say you're not in, because again, you were talking, and we'll shout out anything you want to shout out. But I mean, do you feel like you're coming to a point where you're not feeling it as much, or is it more just like, I know that there's only so much time I have here, and I need to get some of this other stuff going on?
Well, it's a weird thing, because right now I'm probably as good as I've ever been. But I also know that I've also put 20 years of this on my body, and I also know that I am one of those vets that's not flashy and super sexy. As that's just how wrestling is. Once people have seen you, you become less and less sexy, and the more they see you, the less sexy you become. So after 11 years of being on TV, there might be a little bit of that, but I've always wanted to get away from this. Why? I never wanted to be Randy the Ram, right? Like that's the goal. Don't be Randy the Ram. I've always wanted to walk away from wrestling while I had still on my facilities, while I didn't, walk around with a hump and a limp and things like that. So, a smart and conscious and just aware person can always see the finish line when it's coming. I don't think it's right there. But if I don't want to cross it and not realize it, then I need to be very aware of where it is. So I still feel like I have more to give. And I pray about this all the time. I'm like, okay, well, when you feel like I'm done, just let me know. Because because I don't think that as a pro wrestler, we ever really know, okay, we're okay. So, but I don't feel it. I feel like this is a good transition. I feel like this is a good period of time to give the game what I want to give it, and give the game what I want to give it, and specifically where I want to give it. And I think that's just the evolution of this thing.
What is it now that you, because I mean you identify as an OG, right? What's one of
Against
the
my will,
things?
but yeah, yeah. It's a
What,
lot of unks in these locker rooms these days. So yeah, yeah.
hey, at least you know what I mean. Anyway, um, what is it that you in a locker room are able to pass on to these guys that I haven't been here, that are just getting here, that are just getting their feet up underneath of them? What is it that you are able to what game are you giving to these younger kids?
Well, I'm just it's a lot of, because they give me a lot too, right? Like I can see myself in a lot of these guys, and see the hunger and the, man, I'm gonna make it, and I gotta just and how do I get better? So all I try to do, man, is just give them the real of the game, and where they are, what they can expect. It is an industry that is going to uplift and disappoint you in the same sentence. So as long as you have the ability to understand that, and still now and then, take that out of the picture, and then still want to be the best and give it your best, and you have to. The thing is, people get good and then they think that's good enough, right? Like you once by the time that you are good, you should already. And this is my thing, because I also will have a little difficulty in being like, okay, I did this, I can pat myself on the back. I'm always wondering what I could be doing more. So, but by the time that you're good, you have to start thinking about how you can be great, because you're only good in this business for a little while before people start wanting you to be great. And when you're great, people want you to start being greater than great. So by the time they see you and they recognize that you're good and you stay good, then you're going to be good, and then you're only going to be good for a while.
So you talked about being the best you've been right now. I'm guessing that does have to do with having a bit of time off and letting your body get itself together from the grind, but also like what point, what is it that you're doing that makes you feel like, you know what, I crushed 2015 Kenny King.
I understand this thing a lot better. I understand, and it's just a crazy thing how wrestling works. Like the more you do it, the longer that it goes on. You think that, okay, the longer it goes on, your skills deteriorate, but they might deteriorate slightly physically, but your instincts for how this works, and the way that you structure yourself, and the way that you portray yourself to the fans, and the way that you structure matches, all of that stuff, where I am right now with all of that stuff is light years above 2015 Kenny King. Like, he did not comprehend how to wrestle main event, meaningful, emotionally driven matches, the way that I do right now. So, and that's really it. Like 2015, Kenny probably athletically might run circles around me right now, even though I ain't lost that much of a step. But it's about knowing how to connect, knowing how to do this, and get the most amount of emotion and entertainment and attention from our fans.
There's a video making the rounds right now, a bunch of videos from 99 Hard TJ. They're having a bunch of training sessions, folks from a bunch of different companies together. We talk about this tribalism thing in pro wrestling. Um, have you ever seen it on that side of it? Like, we're online and we all see the mesh of what pro wrestling fandom is. Is there like a locker room thing where guys is like, I don't like that guy because he's over from over there or that place? Do
It's
you
you
ever see
guys
anything
in
like
the
that?
office, fans in the office. We do this. It don't matter where we do it, which ring, which company. Um, you may have people that you don't like simply because of who they are as humans, and that's okay. Um, but we all want to see all of us. We all, for the most part, we are all very friendly with one another. When we see someone from another company, we recognize them. Like, a good example of this is Wale Mania. You go to Wale Mania, you really see the brotherhood. You see how there are no boundaries, no company lines between this thing. We just do this in different forums, and it's my uncle. We do this in just different ways. But there is no not amongst the fans, or not amongst the locker room and the actual like wrestlers.
Yeah, so with the energy that's been going around this week, there's been a lot of negativity, a lot of mess going on. But I love to kind of go the other way. Who are the folks that you really, really get along with? Who are the folks that you always like to work with? Like who are you a fan of in ring now too?
Oh man, he's going viral right now because he absolutely should. But shout out to Joaquin Wild. He is, former DJ Z. He's been one of my favorites. We were married in early Impact, in my early days. He's one of my favorites in ring. He's a fantastic performer. So I'm glad now he's starting to get his shine. Shout out to Carmelo and Trick. Them boys have been going crazy. I'm very happy, very proud that's what I mean. That's what that new generation is. It's just to see that, and it's like, okay, that can work. That is what happens when you let a guy just be who he is and let him do it. He doesn't need an ethnic gimmick. Just let the man be who he is. Who else am I really feeling right now? My dog. Shout out to Chris Bay. That's my dog right now.
Shout out to the homie.
Shout out to Chris Bay. I don't watch a whole bunch of wrestling, but I'm interested in certain things, and I'm happy certain dudes like my boy LA Knight. Man, LA Knight is absolutely setting the world on fire. Me and him go way back. So it's just one of those things. I was in a freaking 7-Eleven, and I'm looking around, and there's this thing's face on the damn Slim Jim, and I'm just like, you got to clap it up for these people. So that's what I mean. Like, there's people in every shade of promotions, and it's just we're it's really a family. Like, it's a really big family. You got dysfunctional members of your family, members of your family that you may not mess with, but we all do this together, and we all risk our bodies and our necks and our lives the same way. So
that being said, man, you talk about risking your body. What is your why right now? Like, you know what I mean? The path isn't necessarily certain, but what is your why for moving forward right now?
Why? It is because I feel like I'm as good as I've ever been. And I feel like that level, if I'm, celebrated for where I've been, I feel like where I'm at now is a level that needs to be. That just shows that it would just show that, people that have ever been like, oh, well, Kenny's good, but he's missed this, or doesn't have that. I'm real complete right now. So until I feel as though I don't have anything else to give, or it's just time, I'm gonna continue to get better.
Love that. Do you mentioned earlier that you had some? Is there any upcoming dates for Kenny King in ring?
Yeah, I've got some. I've got an upcoming date next week, actually, in Michigan City, Indiana. Brave Championship Wrestling. It's going to be me and Brian Kendrick, which is going to be a good first time ever. So shout out to BCW. So that's going to be a good one. And I got to check my calendar, but I got some indie dates coming up, and there's some things happening. Hopefully things happen the way, everything happens the way it's supposed to. So
big facts. I don't want to hold too much of your time, but I think the reason that Brother Fam at the top was wondering about our guest. He had a question about our guest, because I saw I immediately looked at the hoodie that you're wearing, because this one, yes.
This one.
That one. I was confused by that. I don't know if I've ever met a Bucks fan in real life. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I've ever And I don't anybody that followed Tom Brady from that team in Boston he was in, they don't count.
Hold on.
None of them count.
See, I could run in there right now. I could go get you a Josh Freeman jersey. Okay. I could run in there right now. I could probably get you a LeGarrette Blount jersey.
That's cool.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
I don't know if it's wearable, but there's a Sean King threaded thing that I used to, because it's got a king on the back of it. But nah, man. So I've been a Tampa Bay fan. I've got the ulcers to prove it. Tom Brady was just a stopgap in my everlasting suffering.
Are any of those jerseys? Any of those jerseys creamsicle colored? You got any creamsicles on? Oh, okay.
I just would never. I just would never. Like I couldn't. I don't understand how anybody would even spend their money on that, but I just could never. Creamsicle. No.
Yeah, no. The creamsicle. The creamsicle is either a love or hate thing with Tampa fans. How is that though? Are you? How do you feel right now about the season was transpired?
I mean, look, man, this is what you get with Baker Mayfield. I almost wrote the whole damn season off because I was like, can we just get him out of there and get to the next who we're trying to build with? But I mean, people are like, oh, he's doing good. You guys are the division leader. We should have actually, secured our spot last week, but Baker gonna do what Baker do. So, we get to the playoffs. It'd be nice to win the NFC South. It'd be nice to get to the wild card. But we ain't got no firepower. I thank you, Tom. Thank you, TB12, for your brief stay.
He dropped one off.
Yeah, man. Okay, fine. I didn't need him for more than that, right? But it's about to be the lean years again. So we'll see how it go.
He didn't say take the $40 and get out of here, Tom, did he?
I did 100%.
Take this $40.
Listen, I'll take my ring. I'm sorry it cost you your family, Tom, but
damn. Amazing. What else does Kenny King get into when you're not?
Oh man, I try to keep it real low. Sometimes I'll be on these video games. I'll be, I'll be in the studio sometimes. I'm in the yoga. I'm trying to get on Chris Bay's new album because Chris Bay's got that hotness coming out. So, I'm just trying to. I got multiple things. Hopefully that pan out.
I love this.
Last time we had a conversation, we bonded over my favorite rapper from North Carolina.
Oh, Fonte, let's go.
There you
know
go.
What this is?
Oh, let's go, Percy and the Miracles. Let's go.
The Percy Miracles beer. They sold over at the festival. What are you listening to now? How was 2023 musically for you? That's what most people.
My booty hole's brown.
He brought up
won a Grammy.
Booty hole brown.
Right, booty hole's brown. Like you wrote this on and say it into a microphone, and they say it on the radio, and people was like, "Oh, that's it. She's an artist.
That's the one."
I mean, she's got a right to it. Some people, you got to have Renoir and Earl Shop, and you got to have everything. So sometimes the sticks figure is going to win sometime. You know what I mean?
So, I thank J. Cole for giving us that verse on First Person Shooter to kind of cleanse my palate a little bit. But yeah, man,
and the Yachty verse. Don't forget the Yachty verse.
The Yachty verse. I felt like the Yachty verse was personal, right? Because I felt like he tried to make Yachty quit rap. Because, bro.
He's like, no. You go first.
Yeah, you got this. I'm gonna just sit up over here and wait for you to be done. Don't worry about it. And then he's just sitting there bombing from way back deep.
I might just wait till the next song to come in. You know what I mean?
Facts. Jesus.
Yeah, it was
Booty
It was wild.
hole. There's people in the chat that act like they didn't know what Booty Hole Brown was. So I'm glad that Kenny King confirmed that Booty Hole Brown was a thing that actually we lived through in 2023.
Booty Hole Brown was the biggest song last year, though, right?
Ski
Ski is another, which is, isn't that what pigeons say? Ski.
That's a different.
Like I don't understand.
Wait a minute. All right, you see these raising my beard? I'm about to ask a question. That's a different song?
Those are two different songs.
That's a different song.
The Booty Hole Brown is the one that popped off. That's when people like understood that was a person in the world. Ski was the one.
Yeah, was her was her ice. Was her deli? If you look at it, Ice Spice had the first one, and then Deli was her jump in there. I mean, she's terrible too, by the way. Like I don't understand her situation. She just got to shake her butt on stage.
That's all that's what when she was first hitting the festivals, they were not paying attention when she was rapping. Then she would like do a jump in the air, turn around, and start shaking her ass, and everybody was like, "Oh my god!" Yeah, passing out and shit.
I mean, okay. What's wrong with that?
The problem is then you got to listen to another a minute and 56 seconds of that nigga a munch.
Well, the problem is that because she's
just saying
now everybody's gonna try to find them an Ice Spice, and they did. They went and found a Booty Hole Brown, right? So who knows what 2024 is going to be? We already 2024. Wow, we already got people jumping over.
It's gonna be a Booty Hole Brown.
Judges.
It's gonna be a Booty Hole Brown single called "Bleaching," and
Homeboy did hit the Joaquin Wild over the judges. I mean, and she got hurt. Like she ran into the wall and shit.
Bro, it was crazy. I mean, that's man.
What 2024 has been nuts.
He was probably looking at them years. I didn't hear what he was facing, but it was probably them years.
I mean, he was trying to get on probation, and she was like, "Nah, you got to go. So you got to sit down, right? Like you got to sit down."
He said, "Sit down."
Clearly, that was the right call because if you torpedo yourself over a bench at a judge, you ain't gonna care about me at 7-Eleven. You're gonna do whatever to me. So
she said, "No, I don't think we're gonna recommend that." Damn.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hit a suicide dive, right?
If you had to name that jump, what are we calling it?
Damn, that's a good one. That's
a good one. I might have to think about that.
Probation pounce is my recommendation.
Yeah, that's the future endeavored flop. I don't know. That's the first thing. I gotta find out what his time was looking like. Gosh, Kenny King. I did not think we were going to be talking Booty Hole Brown with you at the top of 2024, but that's.
I'd be happy if we could leave it.
We're leaving that. We're leaving that. And you can only get this type of conversation on the Black Rasslin Podcast. Just never again. We're leaving it out there. Kenny King, before we get, we have to let you go because we got to get into this show. But did you want to drop off your socials? Where can people find you out there in the internet world?
Yeah, come check me out everywhere. My socials are Kenny King PB2. That's Kenny King PB2. That is Twitter and Instagram. And I believe on TikTok, I am the official Kenny King. I'm working on my TikTok game. We'll see how that go. But yeah, come check me out. New shirts, new all kinds of new stuff is coming out within the next couple of weeks once I get my store and everything set up. So we're gonna be doing all right, man. Kenny King PB2. If next Saturday, I think, if you are in Indiana, Michigan City, Indiana, come watch Kenny King versus Brian Kendrick. It's going to go off.
There you go. Mr. Kenny King, thank you very much for coming through. Appreciate you. We're going to have to get you out of here, though, because we got to get to the show and figure out what the hell Triple H was even talking about. Salutes to you, my brother. Salutes.
Peace.
Damn. Look at that. That was his brother fam. So what did you I'm just kidding. Oh man,
Made some soup. It was cool. I had some soup, and then I had a sandwich. It was dope.
Mimi.
Hey guys, that was great.
Yeah. Your mic is low. Pause.
Can you hear me?
Slightly. Pause. Your mic is low. Pause.
Can you hear me now? Can you
Yeah.
hear me? Can you
I mean,
hear me now? Can you hear
Yo, y'all
me
remember
now?
was it I'm gonna get you sucker when Kim Williams was in the lounge when the saint go more see me number E.
Hello. That
What a
was
classic.
great interview.
Hey, yo.
Thank you. Shouts out Kenny King, man. Well, again, literally, as we were
Kenny
going
King.
through the prep,
Nation.
and I realized, fucking right. When I realized that this was a thing that lived in the world, you already know. You already know.
You
Nigga had
already know.
the ill part there is Alfie had an NCCU TU on right there, which is the HBCU down there that little brother went to.
Yeah, see, it's because it was a
North Carolina based show.
Yeah, it was North. It may have been Sharp. Kendall Gill was on it, and that's probably one of the other. Matter of fact, for 13 episodes for one season, My Brother and Me, iconic. There were a lot of hit me. You so big and bad, hit me, and then that kid got robbed. I wrote about that. I remember writing about that. I'm not going to share the link, but you got to go. It's on content. Did the shirt say nigga?
Outstanding. Got that goo punch, baby.
That goo punch. Shouts to goo. Shouts to them still being. I didn't know Kenny King was friends with Amanda Seales. That's crazy.
Listen, well, I was playing.
Cool.
I said, "Yo, what's up with Goo?" This nigga told me. I was like, "Oh, that's crazy."
Yeah, he said, "Well, I ain't talked to my man's in a minute, but damn."
You know what I do love?
What's that?
I love that he gave Mellow, Trick, Starks, everybody their props.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be goddamn.
Because that's what you're supposed to do.
I'll be goddamn. Somebody gave Mello. Why would you give Mello? Because he's
a veteran.
Oh.
And the veterans are supposed to. They don't have
not
to
be a hoe.
But they
supposed
should.
to not be a hoe.
That's
Don't
right.
be a hoe.
Don't be a hater.
Hey man, to take this with you, man. It's two things we try and get done in 2024. Get people into that room. Get the
That's right.
correct people in the room.
That's
And
right. Correct
don't be
people
hoes.
in the room.
Right? And don't be a hoe.
That's
You know what I
right.
mean? And when
That's
I say hoe, you know what I mean? If you out here actually hoeing, as a profession, I'm cool with that. Do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Get your bread. But like, don't be a figurative hoe. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? Good evening,
Right.
Corey. How you doing? You know what I mean? He said, just don't be, you know what I mean? Be straight up, baby.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. And this goes back to I miss y'all too, guys.
Maybe you've been going through
I
it.
kind of like this level of mic in my mouth. I like the
Oh.
the ratio.
So this is what I had to do.
2024.
Yo, I'm starting to learn how to use this Scarlet. So little by little, like I'm like, oh, ooh, ah. Anyway,
I need a Scarlet then. Huh? Damn, we'll talk
I
about
thought you
that.
had one.
I
thought you had one.
We'll talk off.
Okay.
Offline.
Going back, like Natty, like going back to this Natty situation where she had everybody in the dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it smelled like cocoa butter down that jump.
Right. But yo, everybody was getting busy. It was everybody all together. Yo, shout out to Natty Neihart. I freaking love her because it's gatekeeping does absolutely nothing for anybody.
Talk it.
You know what I mean?
Talk it.
You are better at what you do because of that next person that helped you get better at what you do.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like when people talk about, oh, flowers. No, you. It's all about, what's he doing here? What you doing here?
You good?
That nigga killed her.
Pound puppy. That's what you look like.
That dang pound puppy
Putting that on the list.
What was the name of the pound? What was that? What was the thing? What was the theme song of Pound Puppy?
Pound puppies.
That's not it. But I'm gonna find out what that damn thing was. But go ahead to see. Right?
No one at the kennel having fun.
Happy I wanna love with you. No,
I'm sorry.
But no, Natty giving back, doing what she do, still the queen, and I just love that, at the end of the day, why would she hoard her talent for just her? Why?
I didn't think that word was going to end with a D. I was like, I don't know what she's out here doing. I was afraid.
And Kenny came out here and gave everybody their props. Shout out to this person. Shout out to that person. I see what you doing. Okay?
Kenny real. Kenny super. Kenny said, change my name on the script.
That's right.
He said,
hey, that's like Tommy Ford, right? Rest in peace. Mm-hmm. That nigga was Tommy in Harlem Nights. Like, was that in his contract? Like, look, I'm not learning no new name. You gonna have to
That's
call
a great
me
question.
Right.
That's a great question. I feel I've seen that a lot though. Somebody it's never like a main person. It's always like a side character. Mm-hmm. Martin Lawrence probably paid Martin a couple times.
Yeah,
that's right, Cam.
Outside of the Martin Short.
The five who that lifted what? Thanks for sharing.
Excuse me.
Did you have some kombucha?
No, I'm not. I'm not sick.
You don't have to be sick to drink kombucha.
That's the only time I'm gonna drink. I ain't drinking it for fun.
I do.
I do
it for pre. So if I know I'm about to eat some shit,
pre-algebra. I do it for
Maybe New Year. See, Joey Lawrence was always a Joey.
Mm-hmm. He was.
Whoa. I don't know.
That nigga had, Give Me a Break. That nigga had the bayangs.
Yeah, he did.
The Joey. The
bayang.
A break. Yeah. Just that was super. That's damn. His whole hair was a bayang.
Wait, talk to me about the naysayers. What is this naysayer thing I keep saying? Right, I'm so late, by the way, guys. I'm in and out talking, dropping shit on the timeline, and that's all it is. Shit.
Naysayers.
What is it? What's the word? What's this? Why is it the word of the week?
Because what's the name said it? Trick Williams said it.
No, it started before that though. It started on college football. Yeah, the nigga on college football was breaking down an acronym. A nigga was his NIL gears to like Lank, and it was like let a naysayer know. What was the nigga used to play for Michigan? The nigga always got the little afro. He won the Heisman.
That's Desmond Howard.
Desmond Howard was immediately broken because I was like,
it was him and what's his name was crack and
McAfee,
Pat McAfee.
Yeah, that's what Twan said in the chat.
They were finished.
Reese Davis. Yeah, see, I was not up on any of that. I just know that on NXT during his interview segment, somebody, I forget what the conversation was, but Trick Williams was like, "Naysayer, please."
Oh.
Yeah. So
Okay,
yeah. Naysayer
kinda-
nigga.
got you.
Yeah, it kind of just it snowballed from there. Here, that's crazy. Here go to Bayang.
The Bayang.
That's
The
a
whole-
hat.
Oh,
That's a hat is hilarious.
that's
hair
a
hat.
chunky. That's a chunky bang.
Facts. I mean, that was.
That is an all-time.
penis.
It looked like your hat.
Wow.
Look at that.
Wow. Cuz I almost said your name. Wow.
Look at this. That's your hat.
That is an all-time. That is an all-time. That's a top 15 theme song, I would say.
Yeah.
Yes. Give me.
Top
A,
10. Yeah.
She sang it, right? She sang
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
She sang that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's when you had theme songs.
Yep.
This is kind.
Like,
Look what Pal said. Pal said, "What if that was a wig? That shit ain't real. That's a hair hat."
he took that whole off at the. I'm tired.
Look at that.
Oh,
So you
God.
mean it? Well, because he was on that. He
Think
grew
I
up
could
on
get
that
money
show.
to play with it?
Now.
My
You mean-
grandmother got one of the bitches.
But
Oh
you mean
my-
to tell me? So they had that much money,
You
and
want me to call her?
No.
She got that same hat.
nigga, so do you.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, but no,
Oh
that's
my gosh.
now the theme song too. Like we have an intro.
Yeah.
And you know what you could probably hum the BRP theme, the iterations of it if you wanted to. Now it'd just be like, ding.
We need like a soul sister now, yo. Like we need a CNC's factory. Like
What's-
you know what I mean? A CNC
Facts.
music factory side sister to come in and sing the Black Rasslin. Like you know what I mean?
I
You know
do
what I mean?
that. I do
No.
Wait, can
So-
Anakin and Vader could do New Jack Swing? That's what we need.
Give me 1 second.
Like you need something like that. We need some heavy D type shit or something like that. You know, like the living.
Black Rasslin.
Something like that. You know what I mean? We need to take it back to '92 or whatever.
Right.
But
See, they want me
Hey,
to do
Chris
the
Brown.
vocals. Chris
Chris
Brown wants me
Brown.
to do the vocals.
Chris Brown's trolling right now.
Hey, how you block
Mushroom.
somebody from stream, yo?
You-
Yeah.
he said mushroom soup bowl head is crazy.
Not mushroom. Okay.
It's
Whoa,
facts.
Joe lost.
Whoa.
No
Joe-
Carter. I didn't
Joe
realize no
lost.
Carter
Wham.
is gone. I didn't realize she was gone.
What?
Yeah.
No, Carter
Yeah.
been gone since
03.
like earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, she been gone.
That was
Maybe I
one of them
forgot.
Y'all remember
that.
she did
I got you.
the
Sloan.
last thing I really remember and was Amen, another legendary
Mhm.
vocal performance on the intro.
Shine on me, shine
Man.
on me. I love that song.
Look at the chat.
You got the
Yo.
New Jack Swing?
Hey,
The
God, they
nigga said
want
he need
you.
a Teddy Riley, Mike Bivens intro.
Yes. For BRP.
They need some New Jack Swing for the intro.
I need some shit that would have Nino Brown up in the club, you know, with the champagne bottle, yeah, with the straw. Yeah, I need some of that flavor.
What was the song they was playing in the record store in June? Is it good to you?
Oh yeah,
I like
I
it.
fucking love this.
Everybody singing.
Ooh, I like it.
I think her name was Tammy or something. Like, you know what I mean?
Well,
If my love come down.
Vader, let me know what you got, and then we'll see if it needs some wrestling bells or not.
Like mine too. I go.
Nah, let me
like
stop.
mine.
Corey said, "Cuz like a choir director."
Deacon Math, shine on me. No,
Why
that's
I
crazy.
gotta be the corrupt one?
The
Cuz
corrupt
all of
deacon.
them corrupt.
Why you gotta be the corrupt one?
A nigga like me, man, I love the game. I love the hustle, man.
That's you.
Look at his face.
That's you. What is we talking about? What is we talking about? Let's get to this show. We could sit here and talk about damn Black TV theme songs all night.
Can. Yes, we can.
Let's get to it.
Greetings, wrestling fans, and welcome to another action-packed part of All-Star Wrestling.
Chat is lit right now. Welcome back to BRP. If you've been tapped in for an hour and change, you already know not only is Kenny King amazing, but God is clearly still working on us. Happy New Year. Peace to the chat.
New Year's.
2024, 2020 more, I heard somebody say. As always, it's your boy Cal.
24.
Still got a couple more weeks where folks, at least you gotta call me. At least until the Rumble. As you can see, squad is on the line. Mimi, say what's good to the people, y'all.
Turn the year around. Let us hear the bus land. Turn it upside down.
Thank God.
Won't you hear it? BRP it. Won't you hear it? BRP it. BRP it. BBRRPPE it.
Dear Lord.
She Won't you hear it? BRP it.
My glass is broke in the back, you know.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank God it's over.
Y'all can't control her mic. It's hilarious.
That's good. That is very,
Come on,
very,
y'all
very
can
good.
control Mike. Swan.
I am ill fam. I am ill fam. 79.
Mm-hmm.
Got a pot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm burdened with glorious purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And to the rest of you,
Mm-hmm.
non-believers, the underachievers, the tweeting deleters,
Mm-hmm.
you guys make me sick to my stomachs, fam. Honestly. That's when you look at my eyes. You don't look at my eyes, guys? You see them? Niggas trash.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
Wait, what time?
tick tock.
Misplaced my watch. What time is it? I'm sorry.
It's Dane time. A young brainstormer hit harder than Hurricane Carter. A mental sparker. We could part to see who pencil sharper. Cal.
What's popping?
The chosen one from the land of the frozen sun, where drunk nights get remembered more than sober ones. Cal!
What's popping?
Cal!
What's popping? Shit.
In my world, police recognize fame. Know a nigga by the walker, how they saying his name. At Math Damon.
Bitch. Talk to him.
Damon.
Talk to these motherfuckers. Who's this?
Damon.
Happy New Year to Eric Isaac and everybody else in the chat. And they're on my
Listen,
family.
Isaac, that's you that got the show and shit. You be sitting in the bathtub. That's you. Ain't that him?
That's Bird Up. That's Bird Up.
That's my nigga. Bush. He got the Bush, the light skinned nigga.
You stupid.
Cannibal Lecter, Cannibal Burns be on his show and shit.
I'm sorry.
Ain't that him?
Eric Andre.
You stupid. He said,
Eric Andre. Like that was him and shit.
it's Lucid Dempsey.
I
Thank
thought
you very
we
much.
jumped the shop, baby.
Yeah. It's a wrap. The whole show is turned up for 2024. Goddamn again. Salute to Kenny King. If you missed that interview,
I ain't even get
Thank you.
my
Thank
internet started
you.
tripping before we started recording, and then maybe like 20 minutes in, it said, "Nah, son."
That's very funny. That's very funny.
Thank you. Thank you. No, don't go over that. Wait. You better put up my studio super chat up. Put up my studio super chat up. Put up my
One more
studio.
time.
That's
Hold
my
on, put it up. Go ahead, put it up there.
That's
Go
my
ahead, put it there.
$5. That's my $5.
Bring up the $5.
My $5.
Yep.
I don't know why you
I
didn't know
hate
that was
you.
coming.
That was good.
I don't know why you didn't know that was
hate you.
coming. I mean, that's just.
Hey,
Damn, Twine.
hey. Did you put his name in there, Twine?
Damn, Twine.
Just look
I ain't
at
doing
that.
nothing like Diddy. I'm
Nah.
not doing anything like Diddy.
Hello.
So because all this Diddy stuff, it's made me revisit some things. I found a video that had like highlights from season 2 of Making the Band 2.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, shout out to Sarah Stokes.
Facts. Do you remember the fight between Fred and Ness?
Yes.
Yeah.
He kept hitting that man with the front face lock. Every time they started scrapping, Fred tried to choke him out.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember the time Fred made that noise at the beginning of the record and said it was his pimp juice? Do y'all remember that?
Whatever the fuck is shit.
It sounded like somebody shot Mama Duke. Like I didn't know what was going on.
So you said what?
He did what?
He made some noise before he started. You know how people like or like whatever their little call sign is before they get on. His shit was like or some shit like that. And every time Chopper City was. I'm surprised Chopper City may still be rapping.
Nigga, I told you, we went to Austin for a wedding, and we was in Austin for a wedding. At the wedding, it was a very blended crowd, and they played the goddamn mariachi version of Chopper Style, like Chop Style, Chop Style. I was like, oh my god, this is insane.
You can't chop blades on the Latino version.
I don't know, cuz they had it. The nigga had the goddamn guitars that spin on their waist.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Chopper's now.
No,
Chopper in jail. The other Chopper
Is he?
Oh yeah.
I remember him being in and out. I didn't know he was actually in. He currently in.
Where's Dylan?
Yo, Dylan just had a baby like yesterday.
He had.
Oh wow.
Dylan just had a baby. He was like, you know what I mean? He said some stuff. He was like, buck up, baby. I think so. I think he was
Buck up, baby. Oh, I can't.
Bucka baby is
amazing.
Is amazing. Did Triple H ever make an announcement?
I don't know because there's Carlito on here now. They playing.
It's still on?
Nah, Peacock went to NXT.
I forgot he was making an announcement.
Did any of y'all watch? Did Triple H ever go on TV? I
never saw him.
I'm on the WWE. Toronto was the announcement.
Toronto was the announcement.
Toronto.
Yeah, I thought that Toronto was the
Toronto.
announcement.
Toronto was the
bruv.
Shouts to the bruv in the chat.
Yes.
Bruv.
But wait, but that was like today. I got an email about that.
Shit, we all did.
They didn't say in the email that don't worry about watching the show. They said Triple H had an announcement.
Nah, they
That was
just had.
it.
They was talking to people backstage. They was talking to like Peter Rosenberg. Then they had Bianca and
Yeah, I was gonna.
Montez on there. Montez had the turtleneck on like the Rock.
Yeah, I see. I guess she's got the title picture in the poster for their show, so I guess it's got to be like big.
What's the drive to Toronto? Because nigga,
That's like, ain't that like 12 hours?
I'm catching the plane.
I don't know nothing about. I would maybe go to Toronto for Money in the Bank. That's July.
I just want to go to Toronto. I've never been to Canada.
Shit, I mean, it depends on what time when the day is. Yeah, I would like to go to Toronto. Is one of those spots. It seems
It's
like
July 4th weekend, right?
No.
Isn't it? Is it? It's in July, right?
It's in July. Let's confirm.
Toronto it's 8 hours from Maryland.
July 6th. Yeah, July 6th.
Toronto ain't far. It's right over Niagara Falls.
Yeah, BRP's
I thought
on
it was
my
8.
list, baby.
I thought it was 8-9 for me.
Chop Styles. Chop.
I don't know nothing
confused.
about
Okay.
that. Yeah, July 6th. So and
What's the name of the arena?
They're gonna do Friday, July 5th is SmackDown. The 6th will be Money in the Bank, and then NXT Heat Wave is gonna be Sunday, July 7th. I guess they're all gonna be at the Scotia Bank Arena in Toronto.
Nova Scotia.
Scotia.
I'm not fuck. Well, the thing is, overseas you can't bring no trees, right? Or you can't bring trees that had no priors because they'll kick your ass right the fuck.
You can't have no things on your jacket.
Fam, my GPS say 8 hours 1 minute.
So okay,
That's
let me
not
see.
bad. From you?
Say right here. From my crib.
So it's got to be like 6 hours from me. That seems.
Yeah, I'm thinking of 2,
I could
3
drive
hours.
I could drive that shit.
No, that's a drive.
I could drive that.
Ooh.
Drive. Weed is legal in Canada, but you can't bring weed in across the border, right?
Border.
You can get
Right.
listen, you can get East Saint Laurent oh my gosh, you can get that Blue Electric up there. You can't get it here, but you can get it there.
Wait. Are you talking cologne or grass?
Yes. Cologne.
That does sound like a strain though. Blue Electric.
Yeah.
I was lit off that Blue Electric all weekend.
Yes, sir.
Like something. Yeah, that shit sound like something laced with something.
Yeah.
Now you got to spell that. That's different. That joint is different.
It's 7 hours and 19 minutes for me.
That's crazy because it's only 1 hour difference.
I was gonna say the train's an hour. The train ride from me to Baltimore is to y'all area is.
I thought you were saying it was a train that we could take up that motherfucker.
You can take a train. You can take a train to
How long
Canada. It's probably like.
It's probably
let me see.
tack
I'll tell
on
you
another
right
like
now.
4
Because
hours.
I would get like a sleeper.
How fast they going? 25?
Well, the
Stella
train.
goes fast, right?
Some of them stop though, right? Some of them be having.
Mhm.
It depends on what the schedule is. Some of them do have like layoffs or whatever, where they be chilling for.
I want the motherfucker that got the same schedule as me.
You paying that?
Let's see.
You paying that?
The bullet train ain't.
All right, so
It ain't
if
really
you
a bullet train.
if y'all see a release around June, just know.
Nigga like me, man.
I love the game.
Just know
Toronto.
we trying to get that a seller.
Toronto, Canada. No.
4 hours from Detroit. Perth is 6. Wait, Dylan Matthews.
Hold on.
Where are you that Perth is 6 hours?
You my people?
He's in Australia.
Damn, it's
one of my family members. Nigga, just throw him back up there.
a what release?
Let's see.
Release? Oh, he's on. See, I know Australia is a large. Australia's.
Yeah, I got a cousin out of
Hold
Australia.
on, do he look like one of my people?
No.
Well,
Well,
Yeah.
you tell me what they would have to do to not look like your people, because We
Yeah.
got people that look like they would have to look like halfway like
Sydney.
Oh,
like
I
East
got that
Indian.
date wrong.
All I know about
Those are people too. All of
She
them are
got East Indian?
Redskins.
damn Dylan Matthews. Dylan. I'm assuming Dylan Matthews is ready for Elimination Chamber. Then I'd go.
It's a
Oh no,
12-hour
I'm
train ride.
Who the ops?
Yeah. I don't
It's
know
a
what's going
it's 12 hours
By train?
by train,
on. I told you it's probably layoffs or whatnot.
and it
Hey, I've
they
been on
don't.
train
It's
before.
no
They cool.
sleepers. It's no
Trains.
sleepers, but
Ain't no sleepers.
it's not a sleeper train. But
Yikes.
I would do it because train seats are comfortable.
They are. They
You
are.
get the table
I
ones.
just did it
Yeah.
for the first time. It was amazing.
They
Yeah.
ain't as comfortable as getting there in 8 hours.
No,
hours.
but and the trains are never packed, so there's never somebody next to you.
Shh.
I sat next to somebody
light
on
there.
the way back from DC to Hanover.
Who you?
I don't know what's. I don't know.
Where's Hanover?
Who the ops?
My house.
Yeah, Nikki, you may need to. Nikki, send a DM or something because
Yeah, because where?
I want to make sure I know what you're referring to before somebody say push the button.
No, I'll just say push
See, yeah, I see.
the motherfucker out.
I don't know what I don't know what's going on. Is everything cool?
It's a celebration.
Say less. Say less. So we've got February celebration. It's February 2nd on Hulu. Love and WWE starts. That title that she's holding. I'm assuming we won't be seeing the whole behind the scenes of her run, which is cool with me. They also announced. It looked like it was Becky Lynch and Shinsuke have both declared for the Rumbles.
Why
Oh, I
Becky Lynch?
don't
Why
know
they
nothing
have
about
Becky
that.
Lynch like Max Payne.
So
Which Max Payne? Marky Mark?
The first one, the PlayStation.
who was the
Yeah,
first one?
Why he
It was always Marky Mark.
why he was chewing on them pain?
No, the video game.
The one on the
Yo,
game that
why they-
inspired the movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
He used to be chomping on them bitches. What is them 30s?
Hey, yo.
oof.
That's the
Oof.
that's the shot they use. That's Becky and that's Shinsuke. So they
Shironsuke Nakamura.
I'm
That's-
assuming
Hey, yo. These goddamn anime promos they letting Shinsuke Nakamura cut, yo.
them
You
shits
got
is
that
fun.
Ninja Scroll pro.
I like that. I like it.
Shits is
Violence.
Oh, that is essence. That's right. That is essence.
I love it.
Oh, I'll be down now. I'll be down now.
Essence? You going to Essence Fest?
No, I probably ain't going to Essence Fest, but I'll be down there that weekend.
But that's
Yeah.
family.
Nigga,
day.
it's my sister 40th we celebrating, and I'm going to get some of them char grilled oysters from Drago.
Mm.
I'm with it.
Mm,
All right. So just to recap,
mm.
the announcement was an email, and everything else was stuff that could have been on a TV show. Say less.
Ain't
Oh,
that
I
like
don't know.
work?
I didn't see it. Sorry.
Ain't
Sorry.
that like work?
It makes sense. I wonder. What the there must have been.
The fuck is
Disco
that?
fries?
What kind
Disco
of drink
fries?
is that?
What kind of drink is that? Is funny.
Is that frozen? What you got?
Fries and gravy, baby. That's fries and gravy.
Now that I
Jersey
think
people call it disco fries.
disco fries, yeah.
Who the
That's-
fuck is disco?
you go to the diner and ask for some disco fries, and you
Yeah.
get
You go to the down around here, ask for some disco fries, boy.
just
You
be
go
some other shit.
back with
No,
something.
yeah, you go to a diner in Jersey, ask for some disco fries. You'll get a side order of fries with some gravy on it.
Yeah.
People eat
Jersey
that.
poutine.
Juicy poutine, Jersey poutine. You see it in the chat.
I had some Jersey poons.
Nigga.
All right, I'm out of here.
Yeah, she went to Morgan.
Nigga. So
1998.
I want Mimi.
It was
Yes.
homecoming weekend.
Yes.
I know you've been busy. I know it's been a new year, new situations. But on the chat, on the timeline the other day, I saw you barring up on
Mm.
this situation. So on Monday
It's
night,
over for folks.
on Monday night, WWE Raw Day 1, the 1st show in their New Year's knockout
Raw
week.
what they won. Wow.
They the Rock, the former WWE champion that they said was going to be making appearance. But first was Jinder Mahal, and then Dwayne the Rock Johnson came out to much fanfare, beat Jinder ass with a belt,
I don't appreciate that.
threw the belt at
That
him,
was
and
accidentally.
I was trying to figure out what happened
Nick.
with the belt. I think when he went to do the people's elbow, there's a picture and it looked like the belt broke,
It popped.
and I think he got pissed and like he was just improv something with the belt because the shit
Yeah, you got
went off script.
Okay.
I heard in my mind, good old government mule. Government mule. They beat the kid bad. I mean,
Beat him like a government mule.
So go ahead. No,
I
go.
was gonna say, so before The Rock left, he engaged with the crowd, was telling him he was about to go get something to eat, and he started talking about where he was gonna be sitting when he ate, and he ended it with saying he wanted to be sitting at the head of the table, and everybody went wow, and then the timeline said
Boop, 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 boop.
Cody's story's finished. There's a new story going down WrestleMania 40. We about to get The Rock. And it was cool. And then it was like a couple days later, Mimi gets on the Twitter machine and she
she just saw Raw.
So I wanted to know me.
We saw Raw on Wednesday.
I did it. I saw it that night. And I fell asleep right after that. And then I saw the tweet when I woke up in the morning, and I was like, I got an answer for that.
What was
Here's the situation.
The tweet that you saw was the Roman Reigns crying, laughing emoji. You're saying?
No, I saw that too.
Okay.
The tweet that I saw. Hold on.
Wait,
don't you have it up there? I thought you had the link.
I have you. Oh, you want me? Let me pull up your tweet and then
because it's quote tweeted. It's
okay,
quote tweeted.
Give me a sec.
So this we knew that this was going to happen, right? We knew that it was a matter of time, and I get it. Some of y'all love Cody. He did some damage control a couple of days ago. We saw that. But at the end of the day, when you have a narrative, when you have propaganda, right? That's how fake news spreads, right? And propaganda is fandom. In my opinion, propaganda is fandom. It's not a study. You don't need to do a study. This shit happens every day. And here's what I'm gonna say about Cody Rhodes, because I know everybody think that I hate him and I'm coming for blood. No, I don't hate the man. I don't hate the man. I just
you lie. You got nigga get no problem with that.
You just here's what I'm going to say. What happens is manifestation is a serious thing. Manifestation is a serious thing because if you manifest and you come together and you just Autobots come together. You see how the Autobots come together and win the show.
Hold on.
What episode was
Autobots?
Autobots roll out. Like it's like Codyverse roll out and everybody roll out. Cody's story. Guess what? This motherfucker came 2 weeks ago and killed Cody's story. Okay?
First of all,
hold on. Let me finish.
Just don't never hit that note.
I'm sorry.
Cody Rhodes' stock went down a couple of points.
Wrong.
Cody Rhodes, let me rephrase because I'm very much into my words and I'm intentional. Cody Rhodes' fan base believability, I will say that, went down a couple of points in the stock market when CM Punk came on. CM Punk came on and everybody was talking about CM Punk. Everybody was talking about CM Punk. Nobody was talking about the Rock, not the Rock. Nobody was talking about Cody Rhodes. It was all about him. And then you see this, that, and the third, and he fell back, right? So he's still trying to do his things. Chin chin, me, my story, blah, blah, blah. And then The Rock came in. You let two people that has not really been in the game as much as you've been invested in, like, you let them come in your house, because truly WWE is Cody Rhodes' house.
That's facts.
You let them come into your house
With their shoes on.
with they Crocs on,
Oh, you filthy motherfucker.
with no socks,
Crocs. With no socks.
no fucking socks,
Filthy bitch.
Pew. Them ankles always
and a tank
ashy.
top.
Them ankles always ashy, and them socks is crack wearing niggas. They always
You
ashy.
let them come in and want something else that doesn't include you. It's not science. There's nothing to study, because anybody, like, fandom, that's what it is. Fandom is propaganda. Fandom is let's rally behind this people. Rally. But it's like marketing. The next shiny thing that comes on, the next shiny thing that presents itself is it. And the one thing about The Rock, that motherfucker
nigga's
shiny. He is shiny. He, like him or not, he gonna make you be like this.
Yeah.
Do you know how many text messages I got from my non-wrestling friends talk about, girl, The Rock is back. Did you see? Of course you saw.
Yeah.
Yo, hey, Cal. We all know Mimi a hater, but she right.
No, she right. I'm not. Well, that's. I mean,
Listen. Wait. Hold on a second. I will always say, me, I go by instances. I'm very intentional in the takes that I have, because I go by what's in front of my face. I don't go by what I think is going to happen. I go by what's in. That's why I don't like fantasy booking. I go by what's in front of my face, and what has happened in the past 2 weeks is nobody has really been talking about Cody in WrestleMania 40, and again this week, nobody wants to see that anymore. Even though this man can't wrestle because he was in the damn ring on one day.
Ran up 2 flights of steps. I'd be out of breath like a motherfucker.
yeah.
See, the gods even said, "Maybe you're right."
Peace to the God. I'm say this. I'm with you. I'm with you. I wasn't with you at first, but I'm with you right now. But I know when Cody music hits, I forget about everything else because I'm
Stupid.
I'm singing like the nigga from Creed.
I'm not saying nobody's forgetting. Nobody remembers him.
I think he's gonna weather this
Yeah.
because we all know The Rock is temporary, just like Bob said.
Mm-hmm.
I think that he'll be okay in the long run. I think that he's gonna be
Absolutely.
all right. But right now,
That's not what's best for business.
yeah,
Look at them people.
right. You
That's
right.
not what's best for. And I'm going to tell you right now, we haven't seen The Rock on TV since he slaughtered the New Day. Remember, way back when, before he came and did the Becky thing, and then came again. Before then, it was a minute
I thought it was
since we
Rowan.
saw him. No, it was the New Day. He came in with the New Day, and remember that in Miami, and all three of them, and he was talking about the unicorn horns.
I don't remember.
Saying that they had penises on their heads and all that. Remember that?
Rock was
That's was the last time he was on TV before the long stint.
At
It was
that-
a very long stint. So
long what?
Was he a white man then?
He
I don't
beat.
know.
It all depends.
It all
You know
depends,
who you're
right?
talking to.
He
I
teamed
forget
with.
what was going on around that time.
It looks like the Usos were. It was during the
Yes.
Usos New Day beef. This was 2016.
That's
The
right.
New Day was heels.
Xavier Woods caught a rock bottom. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Usos were still in the
Oh,
paint.
Woods
Yeah.
always
The
catch
Usos
the
were still
move.
in the paint. Yep. The Usos were
Y'all
still
remember
in the
Oh,
paint.
shit.
that nigga always catch. Remember when Stone Cold was like,
Yeah,
I
he's
said,
the
don't
one.
spin, don't spin. And he started spinning.
That's
Well,
what
yeah.
it was.
So it was that there was, and then after that, old Raw, that was the old Raw thing, and there was a long stint, and we didn't see The Rock because he was busy doing his thing, and he didn't really want to deal with the WWE contract was
Dwayne.
over, this, that, and the third, and now
Listen,
Nick,
Kevin Hart.
and now Nick Khan. Let me tell you, people call him the devil, but that man has raised the stock of WWE in the past couple of years to no avail. Okay, and it's not
to
just
no avail.
a couple of these celebrity here, celebrity. It's like quality integration, things that has elevated the brand.
Mhm.
And so now here, The Rock, his sister is executive producer of Young Rock,
Whose sister?
Nick
Formerly.
Khan's sister.
Yeah, Nick Khan's
Formally.
sister. Yeah.
Yeah, she's executive producer, very tight.
Was
It's they
His sister?
listen. It's a crew.
Yeah, it was a whole. What's her
Probably.
name? I can't think.
It's
of
a
her
crew.
name.
And look, if The Rock come in and say, I think I wanna try WrestleMania 4, maybe. Oh, Cody?
Nanachka Khan.
Cody,
Who?
Nanachka Khan.
Nanachka Khan. She's a TV writer and producer. She
Nick, I
she
see
worked
you,
on
Nick.
Fresh Off the Boat, Young Rock. Directed a couple streaming films as well. Yeah.
Okay, it's a crew. It's a crew. Like Cat Williams was saying the other day, it's a whole bunch of them. They stay, and they need somebody to do something. He did it. He came through. He said, "Come through, and I'm gonna follow you." So we seen him in that picture. Remember, we saw him in that picture in that college football. That was probably the sign, but I really never thought that we would see Roman Reigns versus The Rock. Not even whether it be Elimination Chamber, and why would it be at Elimination Chamber when this man was
Shit don't
huffing
make
and
no
puffing on
sense.
Monday? That don't make no sense. That's not gonna sell a ticket. You know what happened? April texted me and was like, "Yo, could we just go ahead and get these night 2 tickets now? Even if he don't wrestle, even if he wrestle for 5 minutes, let's go ahead and get it." She's not even a Rock fan.
He better not do 5
That
minutes.
nigga ain't gonna make it down that aisle.
He better not do 5
He ain't
minutes.
gonna
he
make it
be
down.
clanging and banging though.
Right,
In the-
right.
In the cold? You ever tried to get?
Maybe that nigga will ride Kevin Hart to the ring. Kevin down. Hey, first of all, get on my back, man.
Rattler Steve already.
Listen.
Rattler Steve, can y'all do a Blafties on the Cat Williams interview? That we'll see if we get to a Blafties.
We got
No,
27 minutes.
It's no way. Oh yeah, that ain't happening.
I'm not
We'll
gonna
see
say
if we
I'm
get
not
to a
gonna say that the
blast.
Cody thing might not happen. I'm not
Mhm.
gonna say that. I am gonna say it's a very unlikely situation
I see this.
that man is gonna have his story on anybody's Kindle or anybody's audiobook or anybody's show.
He damn sure won't.
No, and no.
Well,
On my father.
Right, he got that fried. You trying to kill me?
man dies
Okay.
choking on disco fries during
it's-
podcast recording.
Son, it's too many people talking for this shit to be in the elimination chamber. It's too much. It's too much.
It
don't make no sense.
it
I'm be
doesn't.
honest.
It
I'm be honest.
doesn't.
I was looking forward to Philly. As compared to LA, less traffic, easier to get around.
Mhm.
If this nigga Dwayne pauses the story, put that on the shirt. But
Right.
Pause
the
the story.
Yeah.
if Dwayne comes in and pauses the story, it's gonna be a madhouse in goddamn
You don't
Philly.
understand.
It's gonna be
Like all them little dirty niggas that like the Eagles and all that, they was already gonna be there. But
You don't understand what's about to happen.
That week is going to be nuts.
hey,
The
I'm
Rock-
trying
the
to tell you, we gonna be at Wale Mania. Cal gonna be swag
Cal on
Surf,
stage?
Rock.
Cal on stage.
Answer what?
I'm gonna be like this. I'm gonna tell you like this. I saw the Usos and Solo on stage. You know where my black ass was? Over there on the side,
With
behind
me,
everybody, with me, standing next to Mimi. The Rock gets on stage. You know where I'm gonna be?
I was.
They're gonna have me outside, standing by the door. Get your dumb ass out here. Do not go up next to this man.
They're not gonna be able to get next to him. They're not gonna even be able to get next to him.
Again, it's gonna be this through the entire 215. It's gonna be and this is gonna be press, People magazine, variety,
the press that they want.
Volley's on.
Yeah.
Why his pants was so short?
It's a look. It's your opinion.
I don't. Do I have?
So he was playing a white man.
Yeah, at the time. I mean, it ain't the first time.
So I guess that would mean Cody would just be doing, because at this point, if Punk did that interview on the special, and he
so many stories here though.
Nick ain't
that's the ill point here though, right? Because remember, one of the things from back in the day that Punk was quote unquote complaining about is part-time guys like Dwayne. Remember how he used to say it? He come in and he don't get the main event.
Right.
There are so many stories that could be told. We could get.
Yeah.
See, it depends on how much Rock is going to be around, right? Because he's got this A24 deal, right? And the A24 niggas,
A24 is a production company. They put out a lot
that made the
Euphoria,
Iron Claw joint.
Iron Claw, a lot of stuff. Yeah.
So them niggas love wrestling. And he's got some deal. He about to do like the
he's doing an MMA movie with
he's doing an MMA. He's doing a bunch of stuff. Them niggas love wrestling already because they didn't got bread with wrestling niggas. Is this a situation where during this contract he wants to say, y'all, I'm gonna go back and do some wrestling, okay? I wear the A24 shirt. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm
like, is it a situation where we could get Rocky for more than just because I'm gonna tell you, if we're getting Rock Roman at Mania, I think it's a wasted opportunity if in between time we don't get Solo Rock.
That's the thing, right? My thoughts been
that's not his family, is it?
It don't matter. I don't know if he's in the storyline. He's connected to Roman.
That's Roman, brother. If Roman is his family,
he's blood, but I don't know what the break.
Whatever
Roman is to the Usos, Solo's the same thing. So Rock would be
Usos, nigga.
What was Homeboy breaking it down? Homeboy that was breaking it down.
Yeah, we got to figure where main man at.
Where's Zilla at, nigga?
Right.
But no, the question was asked earlier. How deep is Rock invested? I mean, if we're in a situation where we're going to be getting the Sunday night main event being Rock versus Roman, I'm assuming this is going to be the Rock Swan song. Like people have been talking. We mentioned Rowan, mentioned these last sporadic appearances.
They're gonna thumb the Rock.
They've not. We've not had the like definitive bookend to the Rock's career in terms of like that major match.
What if
Rock put the
red necklace on? What if Rock put the red necklace on Solo?
But this is what I'm saying. Like if the Rock is saying, "Bet I'm done with pro wrestling after I pass the baton to Roman Reigns," I would assume this would be it. We would, and if it's going to be it, and it's going to be like he said late last year, they were trying to figure out a WrestleMania storyline that was bigger than life. That was the reason they didn't do it for 39 because they didn't have the idea. My hope would be that if he wants to sit at the head of the table, you got to talk to Solo. You got to talk to the wise man. At some point, you got to have a conversation with Jimmy Uso as well before you get the Roman Reigns. There's a lot of dates between now and Philly. It can't. If The Rock is going to be doing this, and he's saying that he's doing it, if the idea is right, I don't think it can just be we're going to only have the one match at WrestleMania. I think you have to build.
It has to be a full.
You got to build to it.
It has to be. He's not ready. Number one, and I don't want him to come into the ring.
Thank you.
Something happens and mess the whole thing up. Like,
Right.
I don't want that. So
We've seen that before.
We've seen it before. It's not funny at all. You know what I mean? And I think part of him being away for so long was because something like this happened. Didn't he get hurt when he was supposed to do something? And
He got fucked up with it in the second John Cena match, and then it stopped some of his Hollywood stuff.
it stopped some of his Hollywood stuff. So I feel like he wouldn't have said what he said or used that term for it to only stop at Elimination Chamber. That doesn't make any sense.
That don't make no fucking sense.
It don't make no sense. Even if they decided if they drag this to WrestleMania, do you understand how insane that story is going to be? Because Roman is in a different place, and The Rock still, you know, is
me and April gonna be ass naked at WrestleMania night 2. The Rock and
listen,
asshole.
Listen, this whole program can be literally what every talent wants to do. Every talent wants to be a movie star. Every talent wants to be put over properly. He would have to not only put over, like Fam said, put over Solo, interact with the twins, interact with the whole roster. The same thing that John Cena did, he's going to have to do.
The problem.
It would be nice. It would be nice.
He got to cut, like he's older.
That's right. So you can't get him through. You might not be able to get him through SummerSlam.
You're not getting that shit. He's older and he's built like that. Don't even look like a real person.
No.
Yeah, that's a movie person.
Hollywood ain't got no wellness.
You got no bullshit. You see how, you know what I mean? Like you got to take all that shit off, regain your melanin, and go back in that motherfucker the way you looked 15 years ago. You're not going to be able to move around like that, my nigga.
It's January.
Is that why he white?
I'm saying if he's trying to regain his melanin, can that happen by April?
He can.
Yeah.
He can. He got to do what he did for Black Adam.
He got
all of that clanging and banging was for Black Adam. So
hey,
clang
wait.
Yo bang, clang yo bang.
Clang yo bang.
Clang yo bang.
Clang yo bang is crazy.
And give us what we need, what we want.
Clang your bang.
Is that the name of the episode?
Clang your
bang. Get that. You better choose some blue, nigga.
Just all of it. All of it.
Well, again, like Kenny King, we were talking about it earlier. Send Rock into the dungeon.
Send him into the dungeon.
Send him to the dungeon. Why not? Why not? It's either that or Dirty Dom Mysterio.
Yeah,
all of it. He would have to touch all of them. All of them.
Because this raises a point.
Okay, Donnie.
We love seeing Rock back, right?
I agree, Donnie.
And Rock coming back is dope. But what are we doing here? Is we love the idea of Rock. Mm-hmm. But when it comes down to practice of things, now we got to get down to brass tacks. It has to be good.
It's got to be good.
Will it be?
It got to be good.
So now we're talking about practice?
Clang and bang. Clang your bang.
Did y'all enjoy the gender situation?
I didn't enjoy him calling him a dick, an asshole. I don't like when Rock does that.
Corny.
It
feels very demeaning. It's not necessary. And he knows that it's not necessary. So I don't understand why he would do it.
Yeah, no, you know what I mean? Like you came in this motherfucker with the Republican the Republican outline and shit. You know what I mean? I ain't really like that black man like that.
Yeah, it's not necessary.
What black man?
Brown man. Brown. He brown.
Who? Gender?
He black.
Gender is brown.
He look like one of my family members.
He do. Everybody look like one of my
to say who does it?
So that's a Rock.
Who does it?
He got a cousin named Rock. Mm-hmm. He don't look like that though.
He don't look like that.
That's been the one thing that's been the conversation is there's a certain, I don't know, cool's not the word because it's still Roman Reigns, no disrespect,
yes,
but
Mills.
I think there is a vibe to the way that the Bloodline story has been going that it's not, that's just not the way that The Rock does his thing.
Hey yo, if Rock didn't say I'm sitting at the head of the table, that shit would it was gonna be ass. I'm sorry.
Nah, I agree, but that's normal. He has to do
He
that,
picked it
right?
up. He picked it up. Yes, Mills.
All
If
right,
it's
so
Rock Roman, you want to accept another length of time with Roman Reigns as champion? Of course.
here's my trouble with it, and I saw a graphic today that kind of bothered me, and I think it was either it was like a MAGA wrestling fan or like a Hogan apologist. Shout out to Brownie Schwartz. That's my man.
He
Man,
is.
I love you, Brownie Schwartz.
He is.
Never.
It showed
Ever.
the reign, like we're talking about, like the length of the reigns, which we know, like it would take him such and such to get there.
Mhm.
Here's the problem: is they showed in this graphic the amount of matches Hogan worked
Mhm.
during the reign and the amount of matches Roman Reigns worked.
Mhm.
And when you go back and look at it, the amount of Roman Reigns matches make the Reigns reign look manufactured.
Mm.
Which all wrestling is manufactured. I do understand this.
Mhm.
But when Roman Reigns works the 2022 MJF schedule, it cheapens it somewhat, for me, cheapens the reign of Reigns,
Right.
Mhm.
because yeah, the nigga only put his title on the line once a month. Or you see what I'm saying? So it's, if you go that far out, it makes it look weird to me. Like funny in the light, like nigga, all right, we know he held it this long, but they did it on purpose. Like I kind of don't. I wish there were more matches, and maybe they have him go crazy in 2024, but I don't think they do, because that's not what he wants to do, right?
If it makes it less important
With him having fewer
with more matches.
defenses.
With more match, I feel like it's less important. You know what I'm
If
saying?
he's wrestling all the time.
Roman Reigns is defending the title, you know, it's some shit going on.
Yeah.
Correct.
Oh, this is some shit. When Hulk Hogan, the same way when Hulk Hogan was defending the thing was, we didn't see none of that shit.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
It's a
So
different
when
world.
he wants, like it's I don't. If he defended it every week, it wouldn't be as important.
But I won't even say every week, but
Once a month,
maybe so, something like that. You'd be more in the mix more, but I feel like every 4 months is like the return of Roman Reigns. Like nigga, I
love
don't
that
have,
shit. I
it's
love
like
it. I'm like, oh shit, somebody gonna get their ass whipped tonight.
for me,
Prison and jail aren't the same.
Damn. Jesus. The
what?
she's referring to
Cat Williams talking to that lady with
Cat
the
Williams.
what
Yeah.
she- he
Prison
said
and
she had-
jail aren't the
He's like,
same.
only one of us has $11 worth of jewelry on right now.
She
Only one of us.
murdered
19
her
felonies and no convictions.
on
Knock it
her
off.
show. I mean, yeah, Roman is definitely, redoing what Brock was doing. I think my only thing is I'm fine if I want him to take Hogan's schedule or Hogan's record. I'm fine with him surpassing Hogan's record. That's September.
But that ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
You don't think you don't think he makes it to September? Why?
Nah, I don't think he makes it to September. I think that I
Rocky?
still think no.
Roman's not.
Oh no, I don't think he
champion,
makes it to September.
No.
I'll be surprised.
I think Cody.
Come on, Roman. Let's go, Roman. Make it to September. Make it happen.
I would love it, but
Make it happen.
It's not gonna happen.
here's what I would like. I would be more inclined to be like, I want my tribal chief to still have the belt. If he did, I don't agree with Fam's take, but that's his take. But I would like to see him wrestle more. I would like to at least see him defend it on pay-per-views. I would like to see that if he was to stay. You know what I mean?
Disagree
Past
with me,
this.
but you agree with me.
Here's- 'cause
I don't agree because he said it.
No. I don't agree that you think that his reign is lesser than Hogan because he hasn't
that,
wrestled as much.
Did he
Yeah,
say
he
his
said
reign?
he-
what he
No. His reign is lesser than it could be because he doesn't wrestle as much. Not that it's lesser than Hogan, but it just seems more manufactured because there aren't as many matches on it.
So
Okay.
them celebrating Hogan 40 years, whatever the fuck that is, does that mean that he's going to break it?
I don't
hope-
care about the 40 years.
No, what I'm saying is that the reason why they're celebrating it?
No, they
see-
celebrate everybody's milestones. They celebrate Randy's 20. They celebrate everybody's milestone years. That's a
But-
milestone year. It's 40 years. It's a milestone year.
40 years. Okay.
So regardless if he had it or not, he would just still be celebrated. If
Well,
he
yeah,
held
what's
the
the
record
thing?
or not, he'd still be celebrated.
And they give him his flowers, and then
Yeah.
after the celebrate, because September whatever is the date, and then everyone lose it after that.
I don't. What's after that? What's the
Bruno Sammartino, Bruno Sam.
what's the paper? He's never getting Bruno. What's the
No,
paper?
Here's the thing.
Oh,
I wouldn't say never, but
Roman ain't
Extreme
losing it on
Rules.
Raw. Like
he's
Roman,
not losing it. Yeah, and he's not
gotta
losing
be-
it.
Correct.
Yeah.
There's got to be
if he don't
something.
lose it at Mania, he's losing it at SummerSlam. This nigga ain't losing it. Like that's ain't no
Survivor
other
Series?
Mhm.
But does he
We already
lose it?
got Survivor Series already gone.
No,
Does he lose it
what I'm saying, if you, because you guys are talking about if he doesn't do it after SummerSlam, it's a wrap. I'm saying, what if they do it at Survivor Series this year? He loses the title then.
Who the fuck is that?
I don't know. I don't know.
I do not have all the answers. I've been saying for a minute, it don't look like there's too many people that can do it. That I think that's why people are looking at Cody Rhodes and CM Punk and The Rock. What I'm saying is I want this man to defeat the fucking Hulk Hogan record. I don't give a fuck about nothing else. He could lose the title at Survivor Series to goddamn Cheeseburger if you want to. I don't care. I want him to beat the Hogan record. So do it whenever. Do it at Royal Rumble 2025 or whatever.
No, I can't. No.
But
I
I
don't think it's gonna be Survivor Series. I definitely don't think it'll be Survivor Series. It has to be a really big pay-per-view, and I kind of doubt it's gonna be at SummerSlam.
It's only two. It's only them two pay-per-views. It's only WrestleMania and SummerSlam.
Really, WrestleMania, because he's Mr. WrestleMania.
That's
He's
it.
officially Mr. WrestleMania. So
Roman
he's-
is?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
41
he
then.
passed-
So
Beyonce-
WrestleMania
He
41
has
then.
won. He has won all the WrestleManias.
He
consecutively.
got 42.
He passed Hogan.
Talk to me next April then if we talk about Roman losing the title then, because I don't. If it's not going to be SummerSlam and it's not going to be Royal Rumble 2025,
What did
it's
Kofi
got to be Mania 41, right?
When did Kofi lost at what?
Kofi lost on a SmackDown.
SmackDown what?
It was a
What was the
SmackDown?
date? Yeah, it was a SmackDown.
It was we did an emergency pod on a Saturday morning. It was a Friday night. It was right. It was right. In fact, it was right around my
No.
birthday.
Wait, are you serious? I thought it
Yes.
was on a pay-per-view.
Fuck
Chat.
no.
Chat. When did Kofi Kingston lose that title to Brock
Which
Lesnar?
one?
And
It was a
Corey.
Friday Night
He's a
SmackDown.
premiere of SmackDown.
Corey, let us know. It was the same night that Bailey turned, but Corey,
What?
let us know.
It was the first SmackDown on Fox.
I only remember because that's one of the few times we did a pod on a Saturday morning. I was pacing in my bedroom.
Listening to Jake the Snake.
Facts. I was hot. Was
Everybody was depressed. Niggas was depressed.
Yeah, Kofi lost that on the SmackDown. So I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen to Roman.
Injustice.
Yes, no
I
bullshit.
agree. There's probably got to be a lot of pomp and circumstance, but that's what Roman said years ago. Whoever's going to take the title from me is going to be that next person. So I understand if it's not going to be at SummerSlam.
Wait. Did you say whoever takes this title from you is going to be the next person?
This nigga's full of shit.
That's what Roman said.
Get him out.
Oh, I thought you were
No,
saying.
that's what Roman said years ago. He said, "I'm holding on to this title until somebody's ready to take it from me, and once somebody takes it from me, that's going to be the next person." That's
Right.
what Roman said.
Right.
That's horseshit.
And who do we think that person is?
Oh, it's
I
one of
don't
them.
know
It's
if they
Cody.
exist.
It's
It's
Cody.
clearly Cody. It's
Cody.
Cody. It's Cody.
The way the way
So
the
you
time
think
acting
that
to Cody is a rap.
I don't give a
the
goddamn.
way
The timeline is
the way
stupid.
the
Let's be honest.
timeline is, that's what it feels like. Because just like you said, you feel like this reign is manufactured. I feel like Cody Rhodes is manufactured. And
No.
the first
Niggas
time I
love
didn't
Cody.
feel like he was.
Mhm.
They love him because he's manufactured. He's not real. He's not real.
None of it's real.
He's,
Armand.
he's a Ken doll.
But I just said this. I said
Nigga,
this is it's all manufactured. However, the love is real. So it doesn't matter how we
Love
get there.
Right.
Love
Just
it.
like my love for my tribal chief is real.
Correct.
All right, I'm out of here.
Correct.
I'm out of here.
It's real.
Outta here.
It don't matter. Listen, it don't matter if the goddamn GPS skipped tolls and saved you gas. If you got there, you got there. And where we are with Cody is one of the biggest baby faces in the company, one of the biggest built and the most invested.
Well, nobody's talking about that baby face even after today, even after
Well, I mean,
yesterday.
Well, not
Well, it's
now.
because
Still nobody's
it's-
real talking about it.
Well, it's because there's not a plan. Because 3 days ago, first of all, and I'm like, there's no chance. There hasn't even been another show to be like, well, we could go this way or that way.
The New Japan.
So no, there's no talk about Cody other than what he's
Cody.
gonna lose this spot,
Oh,
right?
You said show. I thought you meant like a.
He's talking about WWE
period.
show.
Yeah, there's not that hasn't been another show, but there has to be a
Cody
way to
needed
go.
the WWE, Nick. Cody really needed the WWE. He needed, just like CM Punk needed
They
the
need to come home?
WWE, they needed to go home. Okay?
I don't know if anybody needs anyone.
Yes, they do.
Right?
They
I
do.
think
You
I think
might
the only
not. I
thing-
might not.
I
They
think the thing
need
that
it.
only needed to happen were for Cody to leave to become Cody, because Cody would have never become Cody
If he
he
stayed in
didn't leave.
Stardust.
Right.
Damn.
And
Corey.
Hater.
so I mean, yeah, they both needed to leave.
Hater.
Why is that a hater? See, that's what people do. You gotta stop doing
I'm
that.
talking about Corey. I'm talking to
You
Corey.
can't-
I'm
Wow, what
talking to
happened?
Corey. Corey told me
Corey-
cut
Corey
my mic
said
off.
the
I said
cut
no. He's a
means like,
hater. I said
Motherfucking
Corey was
haters.
a
Did y'all-
hater.
Did y'all catch the AEW show?
I was there.
What?
I was flex.
I was, matter of fact,
This
I
is
got the
where I mute
bootleg
my
tee
mic
to
at.
prove it.
Them the hardest t-shirts.
Shouts out to the niggas I left. What had happened was it was Dynamite and Rampage, and once whatever happened at the end of Dynamite, after my man tried to put a sharpshooter on somebody on the table and they
Fuck
fell.
you up, Corey.
I said it's time. He fell. That's what happened. I said it's time to go. I'm not staying. So I was walking out. It was three brothers. They had the Yamins right outside the door. The t-shirts inside was 40, maybe a little more. I said, he said
And the niggas that was selling that t-shirt smelled like a 40.
it smelled like cigarettes, no cat. But I said, hey, I
Did
said,
you wash it before you put it on?
of course. I said, I said, hey,
Not raw back.
you got.
That's the name of the episode. Raw back in the street tea.
I said, y'all got a double X,
Got a deuce in that?
and he said, yeah. I said, you got a double X for $30.
He said, fucking right, nigga.
He said, you did. He started laughing. I probably could have went 20 if I really wanted to, but
You should have said 20. Yeah.
I could-
And it was the end of the night. Hey, can I take this?
no. Well, the problem was I just didn't want to pay because it was honestly it was. I put
Say your
the-
merch stand.
the shirt is up on the on my Twitter. It's a harder shirt than the shirt that they were selling. They had like a Bullet Club tee and a couple of. It wasn't nothing crazy. The shirt that I got was harder than everything else. But yeah, it was cool. It was cool to see Deonna Purrazzo.
That's specifically from Jersey.
But that's why they did it. I mean, you know,
Is she?
Deonna Purrazzo sound like from Jersey though.
Right.
no, she's big Jersey. She Jersey short. Like she looked like she could be.
Looked like she
Snooki
from
cousin?
the shore.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, facts, big facts. But I mean, she could go.
Meatball.
She
What'd you
she
say?
can go. He said
Meatball.
meatball. She could go though. She if you check some of the stuff she was doing at Impact, she
Oh, you ain't one big black and jack is what Mills said. You ain't
I
one
don't know nothing about that.
Could you imagine walking in a room, walking in a conference room
I don't know
for a
nothing about that.
meeting with a T-shirt that said
Whose
"Big
idea was that?
Black
I
and
don't even-
Jack."
I don't even think I don't know if they I didn't see that T-shirt.
Who the fuck's idea is big black and jack?
Not mine.
That is crazy.
Oh, that is
Not
crazy,
mine. I tell you that
man.
much. Meals, you have to. It's,
What he say?
he was taking care of business. I had to,
Oh.
it's a
Big
school night.
black and jack is crazy.
Mm.
No big. I can tell you. So, well, actually, that was the thing. So, I the one thing that made me mad was like I saw Hobbs like where I was sitting not too far from the entrance ramp. So like you could see people going to the back or whatever. And Hobbs, before the show, he was like talking to some people. I'm like, oh shit, it's Hobbs. I'm snapping photos. But like everybody I wanted to see, they was either in Japan. I don't know where Samoa Joe was. They said exclusive comments from Samoa Joe that he taped Saturday, and they played over the promo was hard, but I did get to see Mark Quinn is back.
Shout out to Mark Quinn.
He was in the ring, thrusting and shit.
That is a plus.
Yeah, it was good to see them. I felt bad though, because they're like, yeah, we the tag team division, blah blah blah, and then I'm like, you mentioned the Bucks. The Bucks ain't on TV for a minute. I don't know if this is the beginning of AEW really getting back into tag team wrestling, but
or the Party City Boys came out, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Party City's funny. Private Party came out, but they challenged Party City challenged the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champion guy. I don't remember their names. The guys from the Undisputed Kingdom. Party City may need to be the Amos
Undisputed Kingdom. If that ain't the ripoff,
Mike Bennett.
Yeah, Mike Bennett.
And Matt Taven. Jesus.
Wrestle Kingdom was. They got it's another one tonight. Wrestle Kingdom was last night. It's another one. Ain't usually a week, days after or something.
It's last night.
I don't know if the Party City Boys is crazy.
Math Quinn, shout out.
No, that was cool. I got to see the Brick City Boys.
Who they?
They
from Newark?
Brick City Boys.
They from Newark?
Yeah,
they got a title. They won a title. I forget where. It was a Jersey champ. I forget where they won.
It was Jersey, if I'm not mistaken.
I
A couple months ago.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. They wrestled two of the cats from the Dark Order in the dark match.
I like the fact that you get to see talent in the dark match, which was dark and sometimes on Rampage, but I hate the fact that they get washed. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what happened all night. Yeah.
So when we get Brian Keefe, and I applaud AEW for this because they do put a lot of the indie black talent on, but when they put them on, they always getting washed.
Yeah.
And I hate it. I hate that part.
Brian Keefe lost. Queen Aminata
It's
lost.
kind of it's a catch-22, right? Because we want realism, and what happens is when you bring these folks and they get a good reaction, you learn that then, right?
Right.
But you've already invested in whoever they're getting in the ring with.
Correct.
So you can't betray your booking because the crowd got hot one night.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Now, but then when you get them on your goddamn roster, then now book something.
Well, that's the thing. I think you have to. And it's not like they can't do that because there are instances where something does pop. The Acclaim did nothing but run out to the ring, and they got a major pop in there. Those AEW boys, they love the Acclaim, but that started from Scissor Me Daddy being a thing that people just wanted to say.
It was fucking,
and they were good.
And they were good, but it took them a while for them to put them in a position to show that. AEW liked the fact that they wore pink and they said Scissor Me Daddy ass.
This is one of it, but that shit started after. Right. That was after they was already jumping. When Khan first came into AEW, when we knew who Khan was, I'm watching Dark and I say, damn, Khan's supposed to be there.
Yeah.
And his opponent is Adam Cole. And I said, ain't this about a bitch?
You already know what it is.
Like a Drake song.
Adam Cole had one move the whole fucking match. Khan whipped his ass all match.
Yep. That's actually good though.
But it looks so fucking ridiculous when you just putting them like at times when I will watch Rey Mysterio wrestle, like I don't believe this, but I see how this could be pulled off. when I'm watching Khan against Adam Cole, if anybody's out there and they want to go back and watch it, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, there's no way this could happen. It's not possible. And I suspend belief, but Jesus Christ.
I
hate when that shit happens.
I saw Queen Aminata versus Mariah May.
You smacking the shit out of Mariah May.
I think Mariah May live, I think the illest was them kicks. There's something about the force behind those kicks, and I'm assuming that's because of the time she spent like starting and whatnot. She's really good striking. Outside of that, Aminata was making that match happen, and I'm sitting there like the other shoe's going to drop soon. You already knew it. And just like I knew what was going to happen with Brian. I was glad to see Brian Keefe get a steel tip in entrance, even though it didn't hit the TV. But it's that was the one sticking point, was the cats that I was hyped to see. The ones that actually got in the ring, you already knew what it was. But that's pro wrestling in AEW in 2024, right? Trying to think if there's anything else crazy from that show.
To get a blafties.
What was the
Nothing.
Oh,
I don't know if y'all getting a blafties. It's because there's a couple things we still got to talk before we get out of here.
did we talk about the AEW pay-per-view?
Oh well, I think that's the other thing. You know, you've got Samoa Joe. I've not watched all of Worlds End. If you're paying the Patreon, pay the 1, pay the 10, patreon.com/Black Rasslin. I did watch the Eddie Kingston, John Moxley Continental Classic final, which was a banger, and it was dope to see Eddie. I'd forgotten. Well, I guess Eddie Kingston was 0-3 against Moxley in his career, but I'd forgotten that it was Moxley that Kingston first wrestled when he back when it was the pandemic. He had that weird the white and green, the old outfit, and he was the way Moxley had that damn choke on him. He was but that was one of those nights what we were just talking about. And people knew who Eddie Kingston was, but Eddie Kingston got a good reaction that night. And if I'm not mistaken, they kept bringing him back.
Yeah, because he cut the promos.
Yeah, they brought him back because he cut that one that was very passionate, and it was in Daly's place or whatever. He cut that one, and it felt like after then that's when they started really. Can we claim Kingston? I don't know if we can claim. If you claim Fat Joe, I think you can claim Kingston.
Anybody watch the scrum?
I guess
I've only seen Samoa Joe's comments from the scrum.
Samoa Joe should be that. Samoa Joe is perfect.
He feels like a champion.
Perfect at that champion. He's not.
Fucking one.
He's not gonna have that belt. FYI, folks.
It's a transition.
Yeah, but I think I ain't going all the way because they're gonna give him some stuff to do. The way that he was talking at the scrum, talking about beating niggas up, talking about the things that he's going to do outside of the ring. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You couple that with they just re-upped Twisted Metal. You know what I'm saying? So they've got things that they can do with him. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, and the way he was talking, so I ain't gonna say transitional because transitional feels like what they did with the Miz last year or the year before. Yeah,
maybe transitional is not fair, but I it's definitely a situation where he's gonna put on for this title for a minute before the person that they really want to be champion is gonna hold that belt. I don't know if well, that's the thing. I don't know. I would have said, yeah, I mean, but then he was at the end of the show that I was with. He was still in the feud with the newsman. Adam Page came out there and they was beefing. So I don't know. I don't know who's set up for Samoa Joe.
I think it might be because the cool thing about Samoa Joe is he ain't all the way a heel. He ain't all the way a babyface.
You could really have anybody. Wardlow, Adam Cole said Wardlow would be going for the title. I don't know how long that would be, though.
He said he would take it and then give it to him.
Yeah, that's the Christian Cage. That's literally Luchasaurus and Christian Cage.
Yeah. Hey, listen, that nigga is the best heel in pro wrestling.
No, again, I did want because we had that conversation last week, and this is the first time I really got to see Christian Cage live and this heel. The And it wasn't just Jersey. It felt like the heel in pro wrestling walked from the moment that him, Nick Wayne Mama, and Kill Switch walked onto that ramp. Like they hate. I'm almost glad Adam Copeland didn't get out there. I didn't know what would have happened if they were able to interact. But there was a point, and I've not watched back the segment from last night, but there was a point where it was so loud. Samoa Joe versus Will Ospreay sounds that sounds like somebody's main event right there. There was a point during that promo I could not hear what Christian Cage was saying on the mic. It got to be the chanting got to be so loud about it. Yeah, she's asleep. But it's one of those things where I don't know what MGF was in the height of his fieldom during that time, but Christian Cage feels like he's got it. I got to hear a crowd really react to Dom at this point, but
the Dom shit is legit.
Christian Cage, he's got it.
I need to see Christian Cage, but Dom,
there was a guy walking around dressed up like Christian Cage. It was actually kind of funny. He had
that was his real clothes.
Did he pull back the jacket?
He had the sleeves cut off, which I was mad because he had like my beard was up under his arm. It was weird looking. It was weird looking, but he was doing the Yamin in the crowd. It was cool. It was a decent evening for the most part. But I do wish it wasn't the show before Wrestle Kingdom, so we could have seen a couple of other folks.
Shout out to Wrestle Kingdom.
Mimi got to watch a whole AEW pay-per-view on the Patreon. It's funny.
Nigga, we'll never make it.
It'll be what do we call it? It'll be
it's 15 minutes long. She's like, I ain't watching this shit no more. And
try not to fall asleep watching AEW Mimi challenge.
Yeah, I would say this pay-per-view was probably AEW's worst use of time.
Yes, we'll get to that, Alabama.
The beginning of it was wild slow.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last like 3 matches where it picked up.
That was it. That was it, the last 3.
You there are a lot of these matches that shouldn't have happened. Jericho shouldn't have been out there. They did a whole bunch of stuff that like it's certain things where they just get in their mind and they're like, all right, well, I gotta do it, right?
Yeah, we're here, so we gotta do it.
Sometimes you gotta pivot. Shout out to Ryan.
Mimi, what if we got you crabs?
Oh,
make it a crab mukbang and Mimi had for AEW Revolution.
Let's do it. For 6 hours, her blood pressure.
No, that's the only way she's gonna sit there for 6 hours. Give her a couple bushels of crabs.
Couple bushels of crab, a 2 liter of Coke, a 2 liter of Coke, with mad ice in it.
And let her call a homie, and her blood pressure gonna be high as shit.
Facts.
Yo,
get her
remember that headache I got? Yo,
see, look,
I was like, my head hurts.
This summer with Mimi and them damn crabs, yo.
That's that J.O. seasoning. you gotta tell them take it easy on that goddamn J.O.
Chill out. Hey, Papa, slow down.
I mean, I steamed some crabs the other night. They was good. But they wasn't blue crabs.
Bullshit too.
It was New Year's. That was you supposed to make seafood on New Year's, ain't you?
Nigga, I don't know. I was eating chicken.
That was what people.
Wait a minute. So the shack is closed. Those shacks are closed.
For the
season? Chat is closed. They right.
The shacks. Those
the
crab shacks.
Oh, yeah.
The Yami.
They closed.
They flipped to like dope dealer houses because only dope dealers can afford crabs during this time of year. Like
trapping.
Trap houses.
The crab trap.
Because they,
listen. The next time I come up there, I'm gonna pay for them. I'm gonna pay.
Outsource.
I gotta
the
see
trap house.
They outsource
trap house crabs.
I got y'all.
They outsource crabs and they get them actually from New Orleans.
But they don't boil them, like right?
No.
Okay.
You have to holler at
never.
What's your?
All right. So I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna tell you what day that I'm coming, and then you gonna call Unc, and we gonna get
by the time you get down here.
Unc may be in the Bing.
I don't put that by him either, Cal.
He said trap house. You don't know us.
Just like that, BB coming.
You wild. I've not watched all of Worlds End. I've not caught any of Wrestle Kingdom, but why did I wake up to this? It's time.
Yes.
He's the only date he had announced was the Puerto Rico date, so I wasn't expecting this, but I imagine that he would, if he was going to be outside wrestling, he would be going to New Japan at some point.
Nigga out there with the goddamn Reservoir Dog suit on, he meant business.
He was. He
Nigga
said
turning
Skinny
tables
tie.
over.
he ready. He said he. I forget, what was it? He really got a deep feeling for this New Japan Global title that they just announced like yesterday. Whatever. It was like 2 days ago they announced the belt. He's like, I feel the passion for this, but he about to fight Finley's son.
He about to get his ass whipped, nigga.
Who?
Whoop.
Nic Nemeth?
Whooped.
Yeah, Nic Nemeth.
Is about to get his ass whooped.
What? Nemeth.
Whoops. Whoops, is that you?
Nic Nemeth.
I know you still mad. I'm sorry.
He definitely mad. He is definitely mad. I'm not on again.
So nobody cares. Nobody
Nic
cares.
Nemeth. I mean, it'll be interesting because that means he's trying to go. He's is he about to Will Ospreay out there? Like, we about to really see like full-fledged Dolph Ziggler?
Yes. Yes, Ben.
I don't know if he still got it in him.
You don't think so?
No, I didn't say that. I just said I'm not sure. I ain't seen him in so long.
So you do think you still got it in him?
Yeah. Yes.
So yeah, Nic Nemeth will be somewhere soon.
At a wrestling ring near you.
What was the match? Because I ain't watching this
It
shit.
I didn't even know the bitch was on.
It was like we wake up this morning, it's pro wrestling.
Just like I ain't know fucking OBJ was a Baltimore Raven in the middle at the end of the goddamn season. I was like, wait.
He been here for years at this point.
Hey,
Yo,
As soon as the goddamn Ram Super Bowl was over, he was a Raven base.
Yeah, that
had
shit.
no clue until I saw him on my TikTok. Like, you up the
Yeah,
street?
it's not fucking with.
Yo, why that nigga was down Klaus's, cuz?
Doing what?
dancing.
Where's that?
Ain't no what? Nah, no.
Yeah.
He definitely don't want you. Let me explain something about that nigga.
Clearly, he doesn't.
That nigga, with the way that nigga came out that goddamn hot tub, you don't have the proper equipment. However,
Don't talk about my OBJ.
So
Alright.
so Nic
man, he
Nemeth,
got a night down the Blue Hippo.
dude. So like Nikki said in the chat, Nic Nemeth did not have a match. He went down to the ring to watch
And he wild out at the press conference.
it was Moxley, Finlay, and Will Ospreay. They had
John Moxley was dressed up like Red Hood.
yeah, he had that. I don't know what that. I don't have the photo. That entrance looked crazy.
Too old to know this kind of shit. He had a red mask on up the head. That's all
20
I know. I don't know if that was
2024.
Death Rider or what.
Yeah, I gotta watch the at the press conference. There's images because again you see this photo of Nick all Reservoir dogged up, and then the photos of him after his hair's all out, the shirt is all out. Yeah,
Because they
They
was
was
going to give him
scrapping.
probation. He was trying to get probation, and then they told him you can't
Right.
go back.
this was in court.
And nigga hopped over that table, got yo, and then he came from behind.
He said,
He turned over. Yo, that was insane.
this nigga flew. He flew.
That was the nigga in court. That's the nigga.
That was him in court.
I'm trying to make my son's birthday party, Miss Judge.
Hey yo, he looked like Lois.
Yo.
Going down the steps.
What?
Holy smokes.
Lois.
It's from Family Guy, yo.
Family Guy.
We'll see. I guess we'll see. He's Nic Nemeth.
Oh shit.
He'll have New Japan dates. I guess he'll be in Puerto Rico soon as well. We'll probably be seeing a lot of him at least for a little bit. I also need to see the Danielson Okada. That looked like a banger. And there's a clip where the crowd is doing the yes chants with Danielson. He looked
silent when they doing it.
No, they was. I think they were saying it in.
No way. Ain't no way.
I think they were initially saying it in Japanese, but then he was doing yes. He looked like he was getting emotional. He was he was kneeling. He was like,
"There's no way, dog. I gotta watch this shit."
No, yeah, it sounds like that was a banger. The Sonata main event also sounds like it was a banger as well.
They don't say shit work. I'm sorry.
No, they were chanting. They were doing the yes chant. They
during the match.
It was part of the match. The thing is the stuff. This. I had to drink a Steel Reserve because I was so adamant about Bryan Danielson possibly winning the AEW title. And folks told me, no. Folks told me all he wants to do is be in Japan and do this type of shit. So he's out there living his pro wrestling dream right now. He's able to go out there and get them chants and get that love, and then have a banger with someone like Okada. I gotta watch it.
That's him right there.
You're wild. That's what Kenny King said. I do not want to be Randy the Ram.
I wanted to talk about the fish fry over to Natty's and TJ's. I wanted to talk about the fish fry. They were frying. Somebody was frying fish. I think.
No, they were not.
You don't think so?
What you talking about?
No,
it was all it smelled like fish fries and cocoa butter. Like they was like, you know what I mean? Like
that's the thing.
Like cocoa butter.
Since we're getting at that was a question that I had. So
getting suplexed out there for fish.
What was it? What was the situation? Who was niggas was chilling? Like it was 5-6 people chilling, and it was like, yo. Natty open. Natty said the whole day the gym is open.
No,
and they just rolled over with like.
Carol, at no point in time,
niggas had 40s and blunts.
At no point in time am I gonna say, "Yo, them niggas over there getting suplexed. Let's roll."
Natty said, "Hey, dogs, bring me my killer tape."
Go look at them videos. Dogs was in that ring. He was getting busy. They was in there. They looked like they was having fun.
Dogs and stocks.
Natty opened this one. Like I didn't think about that one at first.
They had everybody was in there. Listen.
Sammy Guevara. Hey, again, it's not hard to I guess.
Sammy Guevara was there too?
No. But Sammy Guevara is a person that's bounced back. Chris Brown, you funny. I did not see homegirl in the building.
Chris
Brown.
Stocks and Obi Trice. Who was that? Obi Trice, Stocks. Shout out to Jade and Jada.
And B-Fab.
And Beef and Con.
Con was in there as well. Peace to Con. If you ain't checked
it was going crazy.
It's over there somewhere.
It's something.
No, but do you think they came with food? Like Natty said, bet the ring is open. You just got to bring what's that place? Raisin Cane? Or what did they bring to the facility?
They probably brought Raisin Cane. They probably
brought Raisin Canes. What's this place? I heard they opening up all the restaurants. Yeah. I thought you said they brought Loud.
They had R-Truth over there frying chicken and fish. Y'all niggas hungry?
On that note,
I'm gonna fry the fish.
Like we do every week on the Black Rasslin Podcast. Fish up is funny. Before we get out of here,
and I got them sticking out the grease. I'm a beast with the. He was out there. He was smoking them cigarettes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You niggas what y'all niggas
doing a split show?
Y'all want a little Jimmy pack? We got the little Jimmy. Little Jimmy
special.
Little Jimmy special. It's 5 wings. It's 5 wings. You know what I'm saying? If you want the 5-second dance, if you want the 5-second dance party, that's 3 pieces of fish, You know what I'm saying? And the white piece of bread come with both of them. You know what I mean? We got salt, pepper, ketchup, hot sauce back here. However you want to dress up. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Come on down. Come on down and get right.
You got wheat bread?
You know I
Ain't
fried
nobody
this fish
eat no
for Tupac, right?
motherfucking-
I fried this fish for Tupac one
No
time.
motherfucking wheat bread. If you eating your fish with wheat bread, I'm
Wheat bread is
your
crazy.
ass.
Wheat bread is actually crazy. Mimi, you got
Kick
Black
your
Rasslin?
fucking ass.
The Wayne mother freaking Johnson.
No, he said
Black
black. He
wrestler.
said black wrestler.
I've seen a couple of those in the chat.
Black
I
wrestler.
have seen a
That
couple
he
of
is.
those.
He is.
He's
Rocky
Yeah.
son. Rocky son.
Right,
The
he is
Rock
Rocky
is not
Johnson's
black.
That's my Rock Wrestler of the week. Yes, he is.
son.
His daddy black.
Brother fam.
His daddy black.
Thank you
With
for
a whole
not
brown.
for putting a pause. Thank you for putting a pause on that story. Beige wrestler of the week. Thank you for putting a pause on that story. Thank you.
Daddy Black.
Bookmark.
Booty hole brown. You got Brother fam.
Sheesh, Black Wrestler of the Week this
He's
week.
Hollywood and Samoan.
Give me Hey man, Tasha Steele going back in Ultimate X. Give me Tasha Steele.
There you go. There you go. Brother Math.
Yo, shout out. I got two. Shout out to DeMarcus King,
Okay.
the Maryland
Okay.
Championship Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, new
And new.
heavyweight champion. And shout out and new. And shout out to Gia Scott.
Gia
That's my
Scott.
Black Wrestler of the Week. Gia Scott,
Big MCW. Big
It's
Motherfucker.
new as well.
Maryland Championship Women's,
Yeah.
the new women's champion. Shout out to Big Lane. Not the Lane, but the Lane.
Beige Arrow to
Is she from Africa?
Africa's far. I shouts to Obafemi. Anybody
Obi Trice.
shout everybody
No
giving
No gimmicks.
Obafemi some love is dope. Shouts out to Kenny King, but I do my Black Wrestlers of the Week. Brian Keefe, Queen Aminata,
Cat
The
Williams.
musical?
Cat Williams,
Yes. Okay.
the brother from the Brick City Boys. All the Black wrestlers I got to see at AEW minus the one because he was up under the table from what I saw. But yeah, shouts out to y'all. It was good to go out and see some really dope.
That's
shit.
dope. Shout out to Jordan Blade.
Piece of Jordan Blade. I didn't see that. I didn't see she was making a UK debut this month. That's ill.
Yeah.
That's ill to see. Bianca and Tez reality show. Yeah, that'll be
February
ill.
2nd.
February 2nd. Hulu's. If you got your Hulu's.
I don't like that, Cal. Stop it.
Hulu's. That's what it's called.
Hulu's.
Stop it, Mimi. I don't like that shit.
Hulu's. Like
Me-
the Red Lobsters.
It's
Mimi,
red. It's red. R-I-D.
Red.
Red.
Yeah, red.
Where can the people find you on social medias, Mimi?
Y'all know where to find
Africa.
Africa Twitter.
Africa's far.
Africa's far.
Y'all be saying them goddamn African skits on social media. Bless them niggas hard. I don't know what they be on.
You be watching them, Mo? I be watching them.
All right.
I be waiting for the punchline and it don't necessarily make sense. It's like how anime kind of be like, why do you do that?
Why are you laughing?
I don't get it.
It's fun. Yeah, I love you. Like it. I love it. Let me say, Mimi. I'm sorry.
Y'all know
Move
where to
from
find
me.
me. Y'all know where to find me. No, you cannot find me at no damn AEW.
Yeah, you find me drinking the
Yeah, you can find Cal at the AEWs.
drunk off the devil's brew. Mimi, you gonna be on the buckle?
I'm going to be in the Bacal.
Oh God,
I'll
Jesus.
tap in Tuesday, brother fan.
Y'all catch me around you. I'll be around you. Bill Fam 79. Yeah. I'll be around you.
Talk about it,
Prime fish with our truth. Fish and chicken.
brother man.
Yeah.
I tell you one thing, little Jimmy gonna eat.
Don't follow me ever, nigga. Ever. I don't give a fuck who show I'm on it. Never follow me.
You can see him Most recent on the Eyeball Podcast. Shouts to Vin
Sexy red.
and Booty Hole Brown. At Cal on Twitter.
Yo, Brown, that's Tony Brown cousin.
Black Rasslin on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. BlackRasslin.com is a website. As always, you can find the Black Rasslin Podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Google your favorite podcast. We should be there. Patreon.com/Black Rasslin. Hopefully you're paying that $1 or paying that $10 to get content like this, but it's way more extra because it's over there on the Vimeo. We ain't got to worry about the YouTubes. Make sure you are subscribed though on the YouTube, youtube.com/Black Rasslin. If you've not done it, you've been in this chat, we made you laugh once, please hit that like. Tell a friend to tap in every Thursday, 8:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over here, giving you 5 mics of podcast of excellence. We going on 7 years too, but we'll talk about that.
God damn.
Yeah, we going on 7 years. We'll
Rumble.
At the Rumble. We'll get to that another time. Once again, Kenny King, shouts out to you. This interview will be up in its entirety on the Black Rasslin YouTube tomorrow morning. But make sure you watch all the other ones as well. I guess that's it. Natty Neidhart, thank you for bringing the black folk to the dungeon. New Jack, please take us out.
Like me or not, I didn't come up here to be liked.